All right. Up and pass. He's a Spaniard. He's never actually hit before, but he's going to try now. And he's using a paddle, a long boat. So up. Spaniard is ready. Marquis is pitching. And here's the pitch. No, doesn't like that call. Is that a call? Oh, strike one. Spaniard is supposed to hit the ball. Or the cannonball, I'm sorry. Cannonball. And here's the pitch. The Spaniard looks like he's safe at first. Hold on, he is safe. Someone make him out.
Justin is in a booth, huh?
Up next is Lord Bonnet. He's English. Here's the pitch. He's going to throw it soon. It's ready now. And here is the pitch. Uh-oh. It looks like the heater. No, you're supposed to hit the ball with the Lord Bonnet. No, that's actually a live Rodinada. Uh-oh. And he's out. Nice.
Get that trending on.
Oh no, it looks like this Spaniard is trying to second. And he's stealing second. And he's safe at second? He's safe at second. All right, next up is our heavy hitter, Mayhem Matthew. Yes, the Spaniard is safe at second. And here's the next pick. Hold on. Oh no, the Spaniard is out at second. Matthew, up and play. Spaniard, you're out. Marquis, you pitch. And here's the pitch. Yeah, back up for this one. And here's the pitch. And it's a strike.
What is this?
Pirate baseball.
But Barnes, can you reload quickly, please? Please reload.
Not this year. Not this year.
Okay.
And here's the pitch. Strike one, 2 outs.
I'll be listening, man.
We need a rain. We're going out to Texas.
Here's the pitch.
But you got on the team, right?
Ball, I believe. I'm not even sure. What is the ball? And it's a hit! And there's no... Oh no, he's out. He's out running to first. 3 outs and we win, right? No? I'm not sure how it's played. In any event, that is how Pirates would play baseball if Pirates were to play baseball. Thank you and enjoy the game. The real game. He's out again. Oh no.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Patriots would like to thank Valhalla's Pirates for coming out. If you'd like to book Valhalla's Pirates for your event, visit the table on the concourse or go to valhallaspirates.webs.com. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to TD Bank Ballpark, the jewel of the Atlantic League. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to TD Bank Ballpark for tonight's ballgame between the Long Island Ducks and your Somerset Patriots. Our first pitch tonight is scheduled for 7:05.
We are live here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and it is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight it is game number 1 of the final regular season series of the year for the Ducks, as they are in Bridgewater, New Jersey to take on the second half playoff clinching Somerset Patriots. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollock. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action here in Bridgewater, New Jersey for the Ducks. They are doing their best to try and get a postseason berth, and right now they are on the verge of clinching that second-half Liberty Division title. As they enter the final regular season series of the year, Ducks remain ahead by a game and a half on the Bridgeport Bluefish, 2 games on the Camden River Sharks. Those two teams will play each other this weekend in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Ducks can get in a few different ways. If they win 2 of the 3 here in Somerset, Ducks will clinch a postseason berth. If the Ducks win 1 and Camden defeats Bridgeport in 1 of the 3 games, then the Ducks will also get into the postseason. If the Ducks fail to win any games here in Bridgewater, New Jersey, then the River Sharks will need to defeat the Bluefish in 2 of the 3 games to give the Ducks the second half Liberty Division title. So a bunch of different things need to happen. We'll see if the Ducks can win it the easy way by taking 2 wins here in Bridgewater and getting a spot in the postseason. Should be a good series between these 2 teams, but the Ducks have a big task in hand, facing a very good Patriots team that is 20 games over 500 here in the second half. They have already clinched a playoff spot. Whether they will be the second half Freedom Division champions or the wild card recipients is still to be determined. Right now, the Sugarland Skeeters continue to lead the Freedom Division standings here in the second half. They clinched a first half Freedom Division title, did the Skeeters. And for the Ducks, last night they had a chance to knock a few off the magic number, at least 1, if they were able to defeat the Lancaster Barnstormers in the final game of a 3-game series. However, in a rain-shortened game that was called in the top of the 6th inning after about a 46-minute wait due to rain, it was the Lancaster Barnstormers with a 9-1 win. Barnstormers getting 7 runs in the 5th inning as they sent a total of 12 men to the plate. They knocked around Derek Blacksher and knocked him out of the game, and then got 5 hits off of Josh Strawn in the 5th inning. In total, 7 runs, 8 hits in that inning for the Barnstormers, kind of led the way. And some of the big hits in that inning, a 3-run double to right by Travis Denker, RBI singles, 2 of them in the inning for Joe Thurston, and an RBI double for Jerry Owens as well. Lancaster had taken a 2-0 lead in the second inning on a pair of soft hit RBI singles by Dayton Buller and Kyle Haynes, but the Ducks got their only run of the game in the bottom of the inning, as Ralph Henriquez responded with a 2-out solo homer to right, his 7th of the year, 28th run batted in. And the Ducks had closed at that point to within 2-1. Derek Blacksher got his Ducks debut on the mound yesterday, kept it close through the first 4 innings, but failed to get 1 out in the 5th. Had to come out of the game. Josh Strawn came in his Ducks debut out of the bullpen, and he struggled, giving up 2 runs on 5 hits in an inning and a third. So Jeff Bennett, who allowed just 1 run on 2 hits in 5 innings for Lancaster, got the win to improve to 1-1. Derek Blacksher, the loss, fell to 0-1. Game was called again after rain. It took an hour and 43 minutes, 4,454 the attendance at Bethpage Ballpark. As for the Patriots, they were playing the Bluefish yesterday. They could have helped out the Ducks with a win over Bridgeport, but the Patriots Bluefish game was rained out here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. And if the game needs to be made up, the rumors are saying that it will be made up on Monday afternoon. That has not been confirmed yet, but it sounds as though Monday afternoon would be the makeup date if Bridgeport and Somerset do need to make up that game. So we will wait and see if that matters, but it could all end up being for naught if the Ducks win 2 games here in Bridgewater this weekend and clinch themselves the second half Liberty Division title. We will take a break here on the pregame show, and when we come back, I sit down with one of the men that were recognized yesterday before the game on Fan Appreciation Night at Bethpage Ballpark. That, of course, Ray Navarrete, who has announced he will be retiring at the end of this season. And Ray Navarrete was honored in a nice pregame ceremony on the field at Bethpage Ballpark that included a video highlight tribute and a presentation of a jersey framed and a plaque honoring his many achievements in his career. So we'll take a break and come right back here on the radio home for Long Island Ducks baseball, 103.9 FM WRCN. Well, we are back here at TD Bank Ballpark as the Long Island Ducks get set to take on the Somerset Patriots in this series opener of a 3-game weekend set. It is the final regular season series of the year between these two teams, and final regular season series of the year for the Ducks as they try and go out in winning fashion and earn themselves a spot in the Atlantic League playoffs here in 2013. Well, for the Ducks, they will face a very good opponent here in the Somerset Patriots, and a team that Ray Navarrete began his career with in the Atlantic League way back in 2005. But it was a very short time there in 2005 with the Patriots, and then in 2006 was signed by the Mets organization, played some time in the Mets organization before he was released. The Long Island Ducks came calling. He thought it might be the end of his career after 06, but it ended up being 8 seasons on Long Island, the longest tenured player in franchise history. Achievements galore for Ray Navarrete, and he was honored before last night's game at Bethpage Ballpark with a terrific ceremony and tribute for Ray Navarrete. I had the chance to catch up with him before tonight's game to talk about that terrific ceremony. All right, Ray, yesterday a pregame ceremony to honor your career with the Long Island Ducks franchise's longest tenured player at 8 years. Talk about that ceremony and how special it was to you.
It was extremely, it was awesome actually. I mean, it wasn't something I was really, prepared for. You never really know how it's going to go, and it was great. I mean, my family was there. My wife Stephanie was there. A lot of the diehard season ticket holder fans were there, and it wasn't really scripted. So it meant a lot to me that when the Ducks presented me with my jersey and stuff, that my teammates were all out there. I didn't realize that they were going to be out there when they were doing that presentation. That meant a great deal for everyone to be a part of it, and it's something I'm always going to remember. It's pretty cool. I was telling Steph last night, I said, when your career ends and your career ends in a framed jersey, you didn't do half bad for yourself. So special moment, makes you realize just how great these last 8 years have been. And what's pretty cool about it is, kind of an unofficial goodbye yesterday, and the ending still hasn't been written yet. So you never really know. There could be a better ending yet to come.
How touched were you to see the entire team come out after the ceremony, shake your hand, give you a hug, and take that picture with you with the jersey?
That means the world to me. I mean, it's like when it was happening, the first guy who was walking was, Castro and some of the guys, and I was like, this is like the stuff you see on TV. You know, it looked just like the stuff you see when, you know, other guys in the big leagues or the other major sports retire. And I'm like, you know, yeah, we're in the minor leagues and it's a little smaller of a scale, but, you know, any player's effort and their determination and their caring for the sport isn't any less than the guys up in the major leagues. And, you know, what the guys did for me yesterday is something that I'll always remember. And if I'm ever lucky enough to be a parent, I'm sure I'll tell my kids about.
You're not a guy who likes to revel in all the accomplishments and the stats that you've had, but when you looked at that jersey and you saw the placard that had all of your accomplishments, did it hit you, wow, I've done all of that in just 8 years here in this league?
Yeah, because the way I've been swinging the bat, I kind of wonder exactly how I did any of that. You know, just, you know, making light of the situation. But, you know, last few days I've been swinging and missing at every single thing. And, you know, last night I was staring at the frame and reading the plaque, and I'm just like, wow, you know, there was a time where, you know, I swung the bat and it hit the ball. So, like I said, it's been a great 8 years, more than I have ever dreamed. And, you know, looking at that plaque and those accomplishments make me hold out hope that, you know, maybe, just maybe, there's one more or two more really special hits left in that swing of mine. So, I can't say thank you enough. It's I can't wait to hang up that frame. I can't wait to hang up the pictures of my career, and it'll be nice looking back on this, you know, as the years go on.
You never wanted to come down to the last series of the regular season to determine whether or not you're playoff bound, but in a way, it's kind of something you dream about and you live to play for, to have that one final series to decide whether or not you're going to advance. How excited are you for the series?
You know, I'm super excited. I mean, number one, we're sitting here. We just got done BP. You couldn't ask for a more beautiful of a night. You know, their stadium looks amazing right now, and you know, the bottom line is our team is pumped up. This is what you play for. This is why you grow up wanting to be a pro baseball player, and this is really how it is. Either you win and you get to go to the playoffs, or you don't. And it's you know, if we win the games we need to win this series, then we deserve to play in the postseason. If we don't, you know, we don't deserve the opportunity to defend a title. And you know, I have a strong feeling that this team and this group of guys, we deserve the opportunity to play next week. And I always say this: we're the kind of team that the rest of the league does not want in the playoffs, because we've been so hot and cold. But I'll tell you what, this is the kind of team, you play the right song in the clubhouse and you get the guys pumped up, we can go on a run. And that's all it takes in the playoffs, is just go on a run. Next thing you know, could be another really cool ending.
Well, as you mentioned, there's been so many great memories in your Atlantic League career. If you had to pick one, what's your number one all-time memory?
Oh, God, hands down, winning the championship last year. I mean, I don't think there's another one that comes close to that. And that was, you know, that's the reason I came back. I mean, if you look at this season again, for me personally, it's been extremely difficult, you know, with the injury and the new role and my struggles. But I came back for the opportunity to do that again. And if we're able to do it again, it won't matter if I did great this year or did poorly, because at the end of the day, it's really about winning a championship with the guys and sharing that. You know, I'll always have that memory with last year's team, and I think it would be really cool to share it with this year's team, because we got a really cool group of dudes in there, and I know that they would make it a lot of fun to win a championship. So I got a good feeling about tonight. I got a good feeling about the playoffs, and you never know, Pollock. Me and you might be taking another picture with the trophy when it's all said and done.
Well, Ray, I know it's been a pleasure watching you 8 years with the Long Island Ducks, and I can speak for Atlantic League fans everywhere saying that they're hoping they'll see you at least one more week, if not two more, in the playoffs after this. Thanks so much.
Pollock, on this interview, You don't have any last things for my man Castro? Nothing?
I might have to talk to Ramon, actually. Let's see what he's got. All right, thanks so much, Ray.
All right, Pollock. Thanks, buddy.
That is Ray Navarrete joining me pregame. Ramon Castro was part of that ceremony yesterday. He was the first one out of the dugout to shake Ray Navarete's hand after he was presented with the jersey. We're going to keep things here real quick for our national anthem, which will be performed tonight by Carolina Olave.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, oh, the ramparts we
Selena Olave with our national anthem here on this Friday night for baseball. It's a beautiful night here, the complete opposite of what it was last night when rain and thunderstorms ravaged the Northeast. Tonight, it is beautiful, crisp, clear skies, cooler temperatures, a wind blowing out to center field, and the lights are on here at TD Bank Ballpark. We'll take a break. When we come back, starting lineups and first pitch here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Not just normal. Well, we are back here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, getting set for tonight's game between the Long Island Ducks and the Somerset Patriots. First game of a 3-game series, and for the Ducks, it is their final series here of the regular season. Amazing how time flies. And we'll take a look at the lineup that Kevin Baez has sent out for the opener here against right-handed pitcher David Harden. Lou Ford will lead off. He is in center field. Josh Barfield at second base, bats second. And in the third spot, after a couple days off, Brian Nelson is back in the lineup. He is at third base. The cleanup hitters, the DH, Bill Hall. Adam Bailey is in right field. He bats fifth. Ramon Castro will do the catching. He hits sixth. Ryan Stribbe is the first baseman. He bats seventh. Hitting eighth in left field is Craig Pinnock, and rounding out the order is the Ducks shortstop, Dan Lyons. So Ray Navarick gets the night off tonight, as does Ralph Enriquez. Brian Nelson is back in the lineup, as is Ramon Castro. And we'll see if the Ducks can get a win here in the series opener. First pitch on the way, and Lou Ford will swing and chop one foul, third base side, and we're underway at about 7:08 p.m. here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Ford bats from the right side against the right-hander David Harden, who is making just his second start since returning from Taiwan. And the 0-1 is lined in the air to right center field. That is going to be a base hit. Fielded by the right fielder Aldrich. He will fire back in, and Lou Ford has now gotten a hit in 15 of 16 games since returning to the Long Island Ducks. An unfortunate ending to his 14-game hitting streak last night because of the rain-shortened game. He was 0 for 2 in his 2 at-bats with a pair of groundouts. So unfortunately, Ford loses that hitting streak last night because of the rain-shortened game, but he starts a new one here tonight with a single to right and a good start for the Ducks. That'll bring up the second baseman, Josh Barfield. He bats from the right side. Harden will work out of the stretch. And the first pitch, Barfield swings and lines one into left field. Moving over is the left fielder, Eggleston. He dives, he can't make the catch. It's going to get past Eggleston. It's going to go to the wall. Ford on his way to third. He's going to get the go sign from Kevin Baez. Eggleston slips in left, and Barfield will make it to third with a stand-up RBI triple. What a start for the Ducks. They lead it 1-0 here in the top of the first inning. So Josh Barfield with an RBI triple to left. And the Ducks have plated a run on a single and the extra base hit, and they have a 1-0 lead, still nobody out. Aaron Eggleston made an attempt. Good effort by Eggleston to try and make the diving catch, but it gets by him. It goes to the wall. Barfield was rounding second by the time he got to the ball, and then he slipped, which allowed Barfield to get into third standing up instead of a potential play at third. So it's 35th RBI of the year for Barfield, and here is Brian Nelson. First pitch from Harden and Nelson. He swings and pops it foul. And is behind the plate just off to the third base side, and the count 0-1. For Josh Barfield, that is his second triple of the year, the 20th of the season for the Ducks. And as we mentioned, his 35th run batted in. So Nelson, a switch hitter batting left-handed. Harden gets the sign. Fly ball will make it 2-0. And the 0-1. Swing and a miss. Big off-speed pitch, and Nelson was way out in front. And the count quickly, 0-2. Nelson at 294, 11 home runs, 69 runs batted in, which leads the team. And from the stretch, here's the 0-2. And the pitch to Nelson is swung on and missed, strike 3. Nelson chased way down in the dirt, and the throw over to first is in time for the out. So strikeout of Nelson, put out is 2-3, and there's one away. Tough swing there for Nelson. He was way out in front of that off-speed pitch. Very rare to see Nelson chase that far out of the zone. But he looked fooled in that entire at-bat. One away, and that'll bring up Bill Hall, the cleanup hitter in DH.
Batting fourth, number 6, the designated hitter, Bill Hall. Tonight's Buffalo Wild Wings K-Man.
So here is Bill Hall to the plate, cleanup hitter and DH, batting from the right side. Hardin will look for the second out here. The infield is back, though. They will concede a second run with Barfield at third and one away. So Hall digs in from the right side. David Hardin, the right-hander, gets the sign. And the first pitch to Bill Hall is a fastball down low. And the count 1-0. Defensively for the Patriots, Aaron Eggleston is in left, Jorge Cortez in center, and Corey Aldridge is around in right. Behind the plate doing the catching is a newcomer, Brian Peterson, who was just signed and activated today. And the 1-0 is low. Good eye by Bill Hall. Count 2-0. On the infield from left to right, Jeff Baisley is at third. Angel Sanchez is the shortstop. Johnny Tucker gets the start today at second base. And back in the lineup for the Patriots, Eddie Martinez Esteve. He is over at first. Missed a long time with that broken hand, but Patriots get a big bat back in their lineup. 2-0 to Hall. And this one is fisted in the air, foul. First base side, back into the seats. Out of play. Count is 2-1 now on Hall. Looking for a good pitch there to hit with a count of 2-0, and it's now 2-1. Ducks with an early 1-0 lead. They're trying to make it 2 here with Barfield at third and only one out. Fly ball would do it. Barfield has pretty good speed. Wind is blowing out right now towards right center. 2-1 from Hardin to Hall. Swung on and foul tipped at home plate. Hall a bit out in front of that one. So the count is even up at 2-2 after 2 foul balls from Bill Hall. David Hardin has had a very good season for the Patriots. 10-2 record, 3.15 ERA, 19 games and 13 starts. After his start on August 2nd against Southern Maryland, he was signed by the Lamigo Monkeys in Taiwan, same team that Mike LaRue plays for. Pitched very well there, but now finds himself back here in the United States with the Patriots. And he'll deal 2 balls and 2 strikes to Hall, who slowly steps back into the batter's box. Hardin gets the sign, and is 2-2 on the way to Hall. Swung on and foul tipped at home plate. Hall
Heather
just got a piece to stay alive.
Please go to customer service. Heather Sills.
Crowd continuing to file in here tonight. Pretty decent crowd. There are some empty seats scattered about. Not a packed house tonight, but a decent crowd for a Friday night. Lights are on all around the ballpark. And the traffic moving freely on Interstate 287, which sits beyond the left field wall. Infield and outfield straight away here with a count of 2-2. Hardin kicks, fires, and Hall swings and fouls this one off again. This time to the Ducks on deck circle on the third base side. Long Island in the orange jerseys. They were alternate jerseys here tonight with the Ducks logo on the front, green number on the front and the back. Patriots go with the home white vest jerseys, navy blue logo on the front and on the back, and the navy blue undershirt. As I mentioned, Patriots already have clinched a playoff spot. Ducks trying to clinch one here this weekend. They can do so with 2 wins or a win and a Patriot Bluefish loss. 2-2. Hall swings, hits one high in the air, deep to right center field. Moving over is the right fielder Aldridge. He will make the catch. Barfield will tag from third, and he will score without a play. It's a sac fly and an RBI to right for Bill Hall. Ducks lead it 2-0 here in the top of the first inning. So productive out there for Bill Hall. He will get the high fives as he heads back to the dugout. For Hall, his 63rd run batted in of the year. And the Ducks have taken the early 2-0 lead in support of Bill Murphy here tonight. Murphy will get the start for Long Island, and he has been pitching well of late. So the Ducks giving him an early 2-0 advantage, and now bases empty, 2 away. Here is the 5-hitter and right fielder Adam Bailey batting from the left side. First pitch is on the way from Hardin, and Bailey will take a fastball strike over the inside corner. It's 0-1. Bailey on the year hitting .258. He has 15 home runs, 57 runs batted in. And now the 0-1 from Hardin. Swung on and missed. Big hack there by Bailey. Been out in front, and the count 0-2. So Hardin trying to work out of trouble after giving up a leadoff single to Ford and an RBI triple to left by Josh Barfield. 0-2. Good eye by Bailey. He takes down low. That'll run the count to 1-2. We'll keep you updated all night long on what is going on in Bridgeport tonight between the River Sharks and the Bluefish. Basically, those two teams will play each other for 3 here this weekend. One of those two teams will get eliminated from postseason contention. The other team will battle for the second half Liberty Division title with the Ducks. Bailey takes a fastball in tight. Scoreboard in right center reads 89 miles per hour on that pitch from Hardin. And the count even up now at 2-2. From the windup, his 2-2 offering. Bailey swings and grounds one back to the mound. Nice grab on one hop by Hardin. He will throw to first for the putout. And the side is retired. But not before the Ducks get 2 runs on 2 hits. No errors. They leave the bases empty. And after a half inning of play tonight, it's the Ducks 2. And the Patriots coming to bat on the radio home for Ducks baseball, 103.9 RCN. Well, Bill Murphy and the Ducks have an early 1-0 lead over the Somerset Patriots or 2-0 lead, I should say, over the Somerset Patriots as we go to the bottom half of the first inning. Ducks and Municipal Credit Union have teamed up this season to present the Walk with a Purpose promotion every time a Long Island Ducks player walks. Municipal Credit Union will make a donation to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Municipal Credit Union serving members since 1916. So again, an RBI triple by Josh Barfield gave the Ducks a 1-0 lead 2 batters into the game, and then Bill Hall 2 batters after that with a sac fly to right brought Barfield home from third. And now Bill Murphy on the mound for the Ducks taking his warm-up tosses. Let's take a look at the lineup that he will face tonight. For the Patriots, the second baseman Johnny Tucker will lead things off. Aaron Eggleston is the left fielder. He bats second. And hitting third in right field is Corey Aldridge. Corey Smith, the DH and cleanup hitter. Jeff Baisley is the third baseman. He bats fifth. In center field and hitting sixth is Jorge Cortez. Eddie Martinez Esteve is at first base. He bats seventh. Hitting eighth at short is Angel Sanchez. And rounding out the order is the catcher, Brian Peterson. So the Patriots will try and rebound after the tough start by David Hardin. And we'll see if Bill Murphy can put together an important shutdown inning here and keep the Ducks on top by 2. So here is Tucker batting from the right side. First pitch from Murphy, and Tucker takes a fastball upstairs for ball 1. Johnny Tucker at .263 this year. He has 3 home runs and 55 runs batted in. And the 1-0. Line in the air to center field. Pretty well hit, but Lou Ford moving over to his right will make the catch. So Tucker is retired, and there's one away here in the first inning. You look at the numbers on Bill Murphy this year, and he certainly has had his struggles. 4-14 with a 5.31 ERA. 27 games and 23 starts. But he has been much better of late. His run totals over his last 5 starts in order: 4 in 7 innings, 3 in 6 innings, 1 in 6 innings, 2 in 6 innings, and 3 in 5 1/3 innings. That's pretty good. And he's 2 and 1 in that span. First pitch here misses for ball 1 to Aaron Eggleston. So he's been doing much better on the mound of late. Lefty-lefty matchup here with Eggleston. And the 1-0. Right in the air to right field. Pretty well hit. Bailey drifting back, but he's got room and will make the catch. In fact, it sounded like that one got off the end of the bat of Eggleston. So twice on 1-0 pitches, Patriots fly out. And with 2 away, here is the right fielder, Corey Aldridge.
Batting third of 13, the right fielder, Corey Aldridge.
The defense behind Murphy tonight looks like this. Craig Bennicus in left field, Lou Ford in center, and Adam Bailey is around and right. On the infield from left to right, it's Brian Nelson at third, Dan Lyons at short. Josh Barfield is the second baseman, Ryan Strebe over at first. Ramon Castro behind the plate doing the catching, and Del Murphy on the mound. So again, a couple changes defensively from the last 2 games as Castro goes back behind home plate and Nelson returns to third with Hall becoming the DH. First pitch to Aldridge. He swings and misses. Good fastball from Murphy, 87. And the count 0-1. One of the traditions here at the ballpark, the fan upstairs screaming Somerset and the rest of the fans screaming Patriots. 0-1. There's a good fastball at the knees for strike 2, and a good start here for Murphy. 1 strike away from a quick 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning. Ducks have an early 2-0 lead. Infield shifted around to the right side here with the lefty Aldridge at the plate. And the 0-2, breaking ball grounded foul on the first base side. So the count will stay at 0-2 on Aldridge, who has had 286 this year, 12 home runs, 53 runs batted in. It sounded like Aldridge broke his bat, and he will get a new piece of lumber from the dugout on the first base side.
Please visit the Vietnam Era Museum, exit 116 off the Garden State Parkway.
So Aldridge gets the new bat, and he will head back to home plate. Strebe playing very close to the line at first. Guarding against an extra base hit up the first base line. Nelson well off the bag at third. And Lyons, the shortstop, ranges up the middle. Flags continue to blow lightly here towards center. Murphy looks in for the sign from Castro, gets the pitch he likes. And the 0-2 is low. That'll run the count to a ball and 2 strikes on Aldridge. Again, the Patriots enter 43-23 here in the second half, 89-47 overall. 2 teams this year breaking the Atlantic League record for most wins in a season, which last year was set by Lancaster with 88. 1-2, swing and a miss, strike 3. Bill Murphy blows the fastball by Corey Aldridge. A 1-2-3, bottom of the first inning, an important shutdown inning for the Ducks southpaw. So let's take this game to the second. Ducks 2, Patriots nothing on the radio home for Ducks Baseball 103.9 RCN. To the second inning we go here at TD Bank Ballpark. The Long Island Ducks have an early 2-0 lead over the Somerset Patriots in the opener of a 3-game series. And it is time for the Ducks injury report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Well, right now the Ducks have just 1 player out on the inactive list with an injury, and that is left-handed pitcher Matt Way. He is currently out with forearm tightness. They got Jared Lansford back earlier this week off the inactive list. He had been dealing with a shoulder impingement, so he's available out of the bullpen. Good news on the injury front for the Ducks as they head into the final series of the regular season and look to clinch a postseason spot as the second half Liberty Division champions.
After you, sir.
Once again, if you'd like to book
Well, the Ducks
all
got
those
2
Pirates
runs in the
here
first
at
inning thanks to the
TD
Josh
Bank
Barfield
Ballpark,
RBI triple to left and the sac fly to right by Bill Hall. They'll look to add more here in the second inning. And it'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the order: Ramon Castro, Ryan Strebe, and Craig Binnick.
In Somerset County Public Schools. Our public schools work with the SCEA. Leading off the top of the second inning for Long Island, number 37, the catcher, Ramon Castro.
So here is Castro to lead things off. He will bat from the right side. Castro out of the lineup the last 2 games. Kevin Baez going with Ralph Henriquez, who yesterday had a solo homer. The day before was 2 for 3 with an RBI. We'll see if Castro can keep the offense going from the catcher spot. First pitch, he lines one over third down the left field line. It's a fair ball. Base hit for Castro. It heads into the corner. Ramon around first. He is chugging for second, and he will make it without a throw as Eggleston fires into the shortstop Sanchez. And a good start for the Ducks here in the second inning as Ramon Castro doubles into the left field corner. Number 11 on the season for Castro. The Ducks with a runner in scoring position, nobody out here in the second inning. 3 hits already for the Ducks tonight.
Number 33, the first baseman, Ryan Strebe.
So the runner at second, nobody out here, is Ryan Strebe, the first baseman and 7-hitter for the Ducks. He 2 bats from the right side. Bailey, the only lefty hitter in the lineup. Nelson is the switch hitter. And the first pitch misses inside for ball 1. Strebe on the year is at .251, 4 homers and 24 runs batted in. Castro leads in the 1-0. Inside again, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Umpires tonight: Marty Bauer is behind home plate, Andrew Steinberg over at first, and it is Alan Barnfield around at third. Same 3-man crew that was just at Bethpage Ballpark for the Ducks and the Barnstormers. Strebe, a big swing and a miss here. He was looking to knock one out with a count of 2-0. He cut through it, so the count is 2-1. Ducks with already 2 extra base hits tonight. They have been struggling for extra base hits lately, but they've got 2 on the triple by Barfield and the double by Castro. And now Hardin steps off the pitching rubber. Hardin last faced the Ducks here at this ballpark June 28th. That was the opener of a 4-game series, the only other series Ducks have played here. 2-1. Swinging a foul ball right back to the screen behind home plate, just off to the first base side. It's 2-2. In that start, he got the win, a 4-2 Patriot win. Allowed 2 runs on 9 hits in 5 2/3 innings. No walks, struck out 3, so he didn't have his best stuff, giving up the 9 hits in 5 2/3. But he limited the damage, and the Patriots offense did just enough to win the ball game. Ducks already with 2 runs off him. He has given up 2 runs or less in each of his last 6 starts with the Patriots. Here comes the 2-2 with Castro at second and nobody out. Hardin looks to second, deals, and Strebe swings and grounds one to the right side. That'll move the runner over. Tucker over to Martinez Esteve for the putout. But Strebe gets the job done moving Castro to third. The Ducks have a runner at third base with only 1 out. And that'll bring up the left fielder, Craig Binnick.
And test prep surveys.
And Castro doesn't have great speed, so Binnick would have to hit a deep enough fly ball, pretty much close to the warning track, to get Castro home from third on a sac fly. Base hit, of course, would get him home. Corner infielders move up here. We'll see if maybe Binnick tries to lay one down and beat it out for a single and get Castro home. First pitch on the way, and Binnick swings and grounds one foul behind Kevin Baez and down the third base line. Count is 0-1. Binnick, the 8-hitter and left fielder. He is at .268, 2 home runs, 19 runs batted in. Absolutely beautiful night for baseball here tonight. Temperatures have cooled off with the storms coming through yesterday. Definitely a comfortable evening for fans here in Somerset. 0-1. Binnick takes a breaking ball that hits the inside corner for a strike. Good pitch that time from Hardin. And the count 0-2. Runner at third, 1 out. Ducks lead 2-0. As we mentioned, the corner infielders now move back a couple steps. They are about halfway, as are the middle infielders. 0-2. Binnick swings. Chops it foul to the Ducks dugout on the third base side. Hops through an opening and into the dugout. Ducks had a good round of batting practice before the game today after they got here to Bridgewater, New Jersey. Bill Hall hit one that I think might still be traveling out to the deepest part of the park in left center field. Cleared both walls. 0-2. Down in the dirt, good block at home plate by Brian Peterson. Catcher who was just signed and activated by the Patriots today. He began the year with Laredo in the American Association, but John Skelton, who was dealing with some concussion-like symptoms, had to get put on the inactive list, and so the Patriots picked up Peterson, and he gets the start tonight for Hardin. 1 ball, 2-strike pitch. Binnick swings and fouls it off again. Tough at bat here, and Binnick doing a good job to battle and stay alive. He keeps the count at 1-2. Ducks enter tonight 31-36. And if they do make the postseason, they will be the first team ever to reach the postseason in Atlantic League history with a record under 500.5. 1 ball, 2-strike pitch upcoming. Hardin kicks and deals, and Binnick takes a breaking ball up high and in tight. Good eye that time from Binnick. Evens up the count at 2-2. Castro continues to lead at third. Again, he does not have good speed. With 1 out, and the pitch to Binnick is low, taken for a ball. And the count has gone full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Dan Lyons, the shortstop and 9-hitter, is waiting on deck. Count has gotten quiet here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. 3-2 to Binnick. Fastball inside, ball 4. That is a terrific at bat for Craig Binnick. 8 pitches long. He's able to work out the walk. It's a Municipal Credit Union walk with a purpose. Every time a Ducks batter walks, the Quacker Jack Foundation wins. So Binnick at first, Castro at third. Only 1 out. Hardin already with 32 pitches in the game. Now that'll bring up the shortstop and 9-hitter Dan Lyons. Ducks trying to extend a 2-0 lead here in the top of inning number 2. Ducks didn't have a first base coach, and now Sean Garceau is going to head over to first and do some coaching there for the Ducks. Garceau is tomorrow's starter. So here is Lyons to bat from the right side. First and third, 1 away. First pitch, Lyons swings, fouls it off at the plate. Good cut there from Lyons, and the count is 0-1. Hardin has been sitting in the upper 80s with his fastball so far tonight. Wind blowing a little bit stronger now out towards center field. Binnick has good speed at first. He's being held on by Martinez Esteve. 0-1 is fouled off. First base side, well back into the seats. Nice grab by a fan, and the count is quickly 0-2. Lyons is at 213. No home runs, 25 runs batted in. Hardin continues to work out of the stretch, looks in for the sign from Peterson, gets the pitch he likes. And the 0-2, swung on and fouled over our heads, first base side of home plate and out of play. And so we will do it once again. Ball rebounds back down below. And now a scramble for the baseball just off to our right. So Lyons fouling off, a tough pitch there from Hardin. Middle infielders playing a double play depth towards the middle. Third baseman Jeff Baisley plays straight away. Lyons takes one down in the dirt, and another good block by Peterson. And have to skip pretty far away for Castro to try and come home from third. So the count now 1-2 on Lyons. Ducks being very patient here at the plate in the second inning. They were swinging pretty aggressively in the first, at least the first couple hitters. And the 1-2. Low again. Hardin trying to get the Ducks to chase, but they are keeping their discipline at the plate, and now Peterson's going to go out to the mound and have a chat. One of the things that's most underrated in baseball, and I think is something that's forgotten often, is the relationship between the pitcher and the catcher, and obviously it is tough for David Hardin. He has had a terrific season, but he's coming into a game here facing a catcher that has never caught him this season. And so there is a little bit of an adjustment period as two catchers try to get to know each other, and don't know if that is leading to some of the early struggles here for the right-hander, but Peterson goes out, has a quick chat with Hardin, and now comes back behind home plate. 2-2 upcoming here to Lions with one out and the runners at the corners. And the pitch swung and grounded here, left side. The third baseman, Baisley Fields, juggles the baseball, is only placed to first, and it's not in time. Lions beat it out. Into score is Castro, and it's 3-0 Ducks here in the second inning. Well, that was an interesting play. Lions hit it into the hole between short and third. The third baseman, Baisley, went over to play it. Got the baseball, went to go throw to second and juggled it, then had only one play and it was to first, and Lions just has too much speed. They're going to rule an error here on Baisley, his 11th of the season. So no RBI for Lions, no hit either, but a run does score. That's the most important thing. Now the Ducks have added another. They are on top 3-0. So Lions is now at first, and Pinnock is at second with one away. Here is Lou Ford. And the first pitch to Ford is hit on the ground up the middle into center field, a base hit. Pinnock on his way to third. He's going to round third and try and score. Here comes the throw to the plate. No, it goes over to third, and out at third base is Dan Lyons, but into score is Pinnock. It's an RBI single for Lou Ford, and it's 4-0 Ducks here in the second inning. So the Patriots, realizing with Pinnock's speed they probably were not going to get him at home plate, concede the run, and instead Cortez gets the put out at third. It goes 8-5 to retire Lions. So Ford is now at first with two away. Give Ford his second hit of the game and his fifth run batted in. And 2 in the first, 2 in the second have led to 4 on the scoreboard for Long Island. First pitch from Hardin to Barfield, and he swings and hits one well in the air to deep left center field. Long run for Eggleston, racing over, he can't make the catch, and this is going to roll into the corner. Ford around third, he will come home to score. Barfield will stop at second with an RBI double, his second RBI extra base hit, and it's 5-0 Long Island here in the second inning. Josh Barfield has swung at 2 pitches tonight. He's got an RBI triple to left, an RBI double to left center. 5 in the inning for the Ducks. And now pitching coach Corey Dommel's going to head out of the dugout to talk things over with his right-hander. What a start for Long Island. 5 runs on 5 hits here over the first inning and 2/3. So Ford comes home to score, give Barfield his 36th run batted in of the year. And again, Pinnock scored on the RBI single by Lou Ford. Castro on the error by Jeff Baisley, and Dan Lyons is at bat.
21, Bryant Nelson.
So now a runner at second with 2 away. That's Barfield, and here is Brian Nelson, who struck out his first time up. First pitch on the way, and Nelson will take a fastball strike, and the count is 0-1. Nelson, switch hitter, batting from the left side. Team leading total in RBIs with 69, looking for 70, and here he swings and misses. Chasing a ball down low. That's 3 times he's chased a ball down in the zone. Very unusual for Brian Nelson to be doing that. But the count is 0-2. 2 in the first, 3 in the second for the Ducks. They have an early 5-0 lead. And here's the 0-2. Swinging a line drive. Off the glove of the diving second baseman Tucker. Barfield will go to third and stop there. Nelson will go to first. And that'll be an infield single for Brian Nelson. 6th hit of the game for the Ducks. And now runners at the corners, 2 out, and that'll give Bill Hall an opportunity. Good line drive there by Nelson, and Johnny Tucker couldn't come up with it, but he saved a run by knocking it down. Had the ball gotten past him and into right center, Barfield easily scores on the play.
Hitter number 6, Bill Hall. Tonight's Buffalo Wild Wings key man.
So for the Ducks, first and third with 2 men out. Here is Hall, who drove in a run with a sacrifice fly to right back in the opening inning that brought home Barfield from third. Now he's going to try and bring Barfield home from third again. From the stretch, Hardin is set, first pitch, and Hall takes a breaking ball low. Count 1-0. David Hardin, 44 pitches here, 31 for strikes. Ducks with 2 runs, 2 hits in the first inning, 3 runs, 4 hits, and 1 error so far here in the second. And now the 1-0. Swung on and tapped, foul at home plate. Peterson reached his hand up to try and grab it in fair territory, but it goes behind him. So it's 5-0 Ducks, and the count even at 1-1. Right-hander gets the sign. Here's the pitch. That is inside. Hall checked his swing. Good eye by Hall. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. 5 runs and 6 hits early for the Ducks. And a good start to this series for Long Island. Trying to make up after the 9-1 loss at home yesterday. 2-1 is in for a strike. Good fastball from Hardin. And the count even at 2-2. Barfield, the runner at third, has good speed. Nelson over at first has pretty good speed as well. Ducks with 3 extra base hits in the game. And Hall swings and misses here for strike 3 and a ball down in the dirt. Tag is applied. And the side is retired. And because Hall's the Buffalo Wild Wings K-Man, fans are going to win a prize from Buffalo Wild Wings. But for the Ducks, they get 3 runs on 4 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left on base. And we go to the bottom of the second. It's now 5-0 Long Island here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. What a start for the Ducks. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second inning. They now have a 5-0 lead in that second inning for the Ducks. Dan Lyons bringing home a run on an error. And he does get an RBI on that because Castro is going to score no matter what on that play. So give Lyons his 26th run batted in. And then an RBI single by Lou Ford. And an RBI double by Josh Barfield.
Thanks a lot. Coming up to bat, we've got number 15, Corey Smith.
So Corey Smith is going to lead things off for the Patriots here in the second inning. 3 runs in that second inning. 2 of them were earned. First pitch from Murphy misses inside of Smith. That's given Bill Murphy an early 5-0 lead to work with. And now Murphy will face Smith, Baisley, and Cortez. 1-0 from the left-hander, and that is low and inside. Murphy responded well after the Ducks scored 2 in the top of the first inning. He retired the side in order on a pair of flyouts and a strikeout. 2-0 to Smith, and this one is hit well in the air to center field. Going back is Lou Ford to the warning track at the wall. He jumps up, and you can forget it. A solo home run out to deep left center field for Corey Smith. It is his 19th of the season. And the Patriots are on the scoreboard here tonight. They now trail 5-1. Well, Murphy fell behind 2-0, left the pitch up over the plate there. And Corey Smith, one of the best home run hitters in the Atlantic League this season, did not miss it. Ford almost got to it. Could not come up with a baseball. And so Somerset now trails by 4. And here's the third baseman, Jeff Baisley. First pitch from Murphy to Baisley. Lefty pitcher against the righty batter, and Murphy misses up high for ball 1. Murphy fell behind 1-0 on the first 2 hitters in the first inning, but got flyouts on both. Needed just 9 pitches to get through the first, did Murphy. And now the 1-0 is up high again, and he's behind 2-0 on Baisley. One thing in which Murphy struggles in is walks. That has been his only issue this season when he struggles. 2-0, and that's way inside. And Murphy behind 3 balls and no strikes. Murphy on the year, 57 walks in 125 in the third innings. He has struck out 78. And he has given up the second most walks in the league at 57, tied with Derek Loop of Lancaster. Mike Precy of Bridgeport at 67 leads the league. And here, strike on the inside corner. Makes it 3-1 on Baisley, who is hitting .236 with 9 homers and 48 runs batted in. .3-1 is up high for ball 4. And a good start for the Patriots here in the second inning. A homer to center and a walk. Ramon Castro is going to go out to the mound to try and settle down the left-hander, who was dominant in the first inning, but has fallen behind on each of the first 2 hitters here in the second. And it's allowed a home run and a walk. That'll bring up Jorge Cortez, the center fielder, batting from the left side. We'll see what Brett Jody, the manager of the Patriots, does here tonight. Right now there is nobody warming in Somerset's bullpen down the right field line. Josh Alawi was supposed to start last night in the game that was rained out here against Bridgeport, so he is going to piggyback tonight for Hardin, who was scheduled to only throw 70 pitches. He may not be able to go much more than 3 tonight. He's already up in the mid-40s last inning. First pitch misses up high for ball 1 to Cortez. That's 3 straight hitters here in the inning Murphy's gone behind on. 1-0, and that way up and inside again. And Murphy behind 2-0 here on 3 straight hitters. And now Steve Foucault's going to come out of the dugout. He's going to want to chat with the left-hander. He must see something wrong in Murphy's delivery. Left-hander has been so terrific on the mound of late, so much better than he was earlier in the year. Last time out against Sugarland, didn't have his best stuff, but he battled and kept the Ducks in the game. 5 1/3 innings, he gave up 4 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. Did walk 5 batters though, his most since July 28th when he walked 6, and struck out 6 though, which was tied for his season high.
Are you sure? Somerset!
So Murphy has a quick chat with Castro and Foucault, and now we'll step back up onto the rubber with a count of 2-0 here on Cortez. Runner at first, nobody out, already 1 in the inning for the Patriots on the Corey Smith solo homer. And now the 2-0. Cortez squared a bunt, and he takes, and it's up high for ball 3. Ramon Castro having a couple words here with Marty Bauer, the home plate umpire. Castro must have thought that pitch was a strike. So it's 3-0 on Cortez. Murphy has lost the strike zone here in this inning. And the 3-0 from the southpaw is delivered for a strike. Cortez thought that was way high. He flipped away the bat. And now he will have to go retrieve it. Had a couple of looks at Marty Bauer. Patriots third base coach Shane Spencer also disagreed. So the count now 3-1. Cortez still having some words here with Bauer. Steps back into the batter's box very slowly, keeps looking back towards Bauer. And now Murphy's 3-1 pitch. That is in for a strike. Good fastball this time right at the belt. He's battled back from 3-0 to run the count full at 3-2. We'll see if the Patriots put Baisley in motion at first with nobody out. Payoff pitch on the way. Runner doesn't go, and it's way up and inside for ball 4. So back-to-back walks here for Bill Murphy. And the left-hander has completely lost the strike zone here in the second inning. Fell behind 2-0, gave up the homer, and on back-to-back walks to Baisley and Cortez. A couple guys are starting to get a little bit loose in the bullpen for the Ducks, and that is not a good sign. Ducks do not want to have to go to their bullpen this early in the game. They need somebody who can throw strikes, and right now Murphy's not getting it done, and there is somebody who's going to start to warm for Long Island. Here is Eddie Martinez-Esteve, first baseman and 7-hitter. First pitch, swung on and missed, chased way down in the zone. And the count 1-0. Right now, two of the long men in the bullpen for the Ducks, Pete Butkovics and Nick DeBar, are both out on the inactive list, as corresponding roster moves to a couple of the recent signings for the Ducks. 0-1 is low and outside to even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. Ducks have 2 lefties, Daniel Herrera and Eric Threets, and 5 righties, Jared Lansford, Josh Lansford, Eddie Ramos, Leo Rosales, and Josh Strong. 1-1 pitch from Murphy, and Martinez-Esteve hits one on the ground through the right side, a base hit. Baisley on his way to third, he will get the stop sign as Bailey fires this one back in. So a single to right for Eddie Martinez-Esteve, and 4 straight have reached for the Patriots here in the second, and just like that, the tying run is going to come to the plate. Well, the Ducks had something similar to this happen to them to start the series against Lancaster. Long Island on Tuesday night scored 5 runs in the first inning against Derek Luke and had an early 5-0 lead in support of John Brownell. But after that point, Ducks offense could not do much, and then the Barnstormers scored 3 in the 4th, 5 in the 7th, 1 in the 9th, and they won it 9-5. Ducks cannot afford to have that happen again here tonight with an early 5-0 lead. First pitch is a fastball strike at the knees to the shortstop Angel Sanchez, and the count 0-1. It is a righty that's warming up. It looks like Bob Zimmerman is warming for the Ducks down the left field line. And the logical choice, as they do have Zimmerman down there, he and Brownell both were listed as probable starters for Sunday. And this pitch misses down low to even the count at 1-1. Kevin Baez saying that the Ducks clinch a playoff spot before Sunday. Likely it would be Zimmerman who would start. If not, it'd probably be Brownell. But Zimmerman might have to get thrust into action here tonight if Murphy cannot get some outs here in the second inning. 1-1. That is low. Murphy really having trouble finding the strike zone here in this inning. He needed just 9 pitches to get through the first, and he threw just 3 balls in the first. Here he's now up to 29 pitches for the game, just 13 of them for strikes, 16 balls. Now it's 2-1. Sanchez takes a strike on the inside corner. Good fastball from Murphy, and the count 2-2. Bases are loaded with Patriots. It's Baisley at third, Cortez at second, and Martinez is at first. 2-2 pitch up coming from Murphy. He gets the sign from Castro. Here's the offering, and Sanchez takes outside. And the count 3-2. Nowhere to put Sanchez. Another ball would force home a run and make this a 3-run game. So the Patriots fans who were quiet over the first inning and a half starting to get into it here in the second. And here's the 3-2. Swung on and popped in the air to left field. Binnick moves back a couple steps, should get a run home. He will make the catch. Baisley will tag from third and score. Throw comes into third. It's a sac fly and an RBI for Angel Sanchez. And the Patriots have closed to within 5-2. Gives Sanchez his 11th run batted in of the year as Baisley scores. But Murphy finally able to get the first out of the inning after the first 4 reached.
The catcher, number 25, Brian Peterson.
And now the catcher and 9-hitter Brian Peterson will come to the plate for his first at-bat in a Somerset Patriot uniform. Peterson bats from the right side. Runners lead first and second with 1 away. And the first pitch from Murphy, Peterson takes down and inside for ball 1. Murphy had started the first 3 at-bats in the inning with a ball, and now the last 2 were strikes before this first pitch ball. Here's the 1-0. Peterson swings, grounds one to third. Nelson on the tough hop field, steps on third. The throw to first is in time. A 5-3 inning-ending double play. Exactly what Murphy needed to get out of trouble. So that ends the inning, but the Patriots do get 2 runs on 2 hits and a couple of walks. They leave 1 on the bases, and we go to the third. It's 5-2 Ducks on the radio home for Long Island Ducks baseball, 103.9 RCN.
Oh, I hope they stay in the rubber band. There we go. Playoff tickets right
Well, we move to the third inning here at Bethpage Ballpark. Long Island Ducks hold a 5-2 lead over the Somerset Patriots, and as we begin the third inning, it's time for the third inning trivia question, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Well, earlier this year, the Ducks and the Somerset Patriots played a game that lasted 14 innings. It was the last time these two teams met, August 25th at Bethpage Ballpark, a 4-3 win for the Ducks, 14-inning game. But the Ducks ended up winning it by a count of 4-3. And the question, who was the Duck who ended the game with a waddle-off solo home run to left field? We will let you think about it, and we will give you the answer in the bottom half of the inning. Ducks will try and get those 2 runs back that the Patriots scored in their half of the second. Lots of early offense. 5 runs, 6 hits for the Ducks, 2 runs, 2 hits, and an error for the Patriots. They also benefited from a couple of walks issued by Bill Murphy last inning. Here's Adam Bailey to lead it off. It'll be Bailey, Castro, and Strebe. And the first pitch is taken outside for ball 1.
And Sebastian Mueller at customer service.
Bob Zimmerman has since sat down for Long Island, so Murphy will probably go back out for the third. No action yet for the Patriots in their pen, 1-0. And Bailey takes outside
Also,
again.
Dakota Platt
And it's
and
2 balls and no
Nadine
strikes.
Greenback. Please go to customer service.
Update in Bridgeport. Bluefish have a 2-1 lead over the Camden River Sharks. Bottom of the third inning at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. 2-0. That's in for a strike at the knees. Again, if the Ducks win tonight and Bridgeport loses, Ducks will be in the postseason as the second half Liberty Division champions. 2-1. Lined right at the first baseman, Eddie Martinez Esteve. Bailey hit it very hard at first, but he hit it right at Martinez Esteve for the first out of the inning, and Bailey is now 0 for 2. So that's going to bring up the catcher, Ramon Castro, who is the 6th hitter in the order. Well, as we mentioned, Ducks had a 5-0 lead on Tuesday against Lancaster, could not hang on. Barnstormers came back for the 9-5 win. First pitch to Castro. He takes for a strike on the inside corner. And it's important for the Ducks to not allow what happened in that game to happen here, where the Ducks offense went cold after that first inning and did not score any more runs. 0-1. High fly ball in the air to left field. Eggleston moves back into his left. And Aaron Eggleston will make the catch for the second out of the inning. As you saw last inning, Bill Murphy had some control issues, might not have his best stuff tonight. And if Murphy struggles at all, the Ducks cannot add any more offense. This 5-0 lead will quickly evaporate. Already 2 runs have come off the lead, and it's 5-2. So important for the Ducks offense to keep going like they did in the first and the second. 2 runs, 2 hits in the first, 3 runs, 4 hits in the second. But quickly 2 away here in the third, and here is Ryan Strebe. First pitch from Harden, and Strebe will swing and hit a high pop-up in the air to shallow center. Coming in is Cortez, and Cortez will make the catch, and a quick, easy inning for David Harden in the third as he retires the Ducks 1-2-3. Good shutdown inning for the right-hander. We'll take this game to the bottom of the third here at TD Bank Ballpark. Patriots trail the Ducks 5-2 on the radio home for Ducks baseball, 103.9 RTN. Well, we are back here at Bethpage Ballpark as we go to the bottom half of the third inning. It's time for tonight's third inning trivia answer, which is brought to you by Carvel. Carvel celebrating more than 75 years of making people happy. Gave you the question in the top half of this third inning. Ducks and the Patriots played a 14-inning game back on August 25th, the last time these two teams met. Ducks won the game 4-3 in 14 innings. It took 5 hours and 10 minutes to figure out a winner, but it was the Ducks who won, and we want to know who was the Duck who had a walk-off solo home run to win the game. And if you guessed Josh Barfield, you would be correct. In the bottom, the 14th inning with 1 out, Josh Barfield had a solo home run to left off of Patriots right-hander Carlton Smith to give the Ducks the victory. Long Island was trailing 3-0 in the fourth inning, but a 2-run home run by Ryan Strebe to right made it 3-2, and then a solo homer to left by Willis Otanez in the eighth tied the game at 3. Both sides would have chances throughout the course of the game. Ducks had the bases loaded, nobody out in the 12th, and they couldn't score. The Patriots had runners at first and second with 1 out in the 11th, and they couldn't score. The Ducks ended up winning the game on the walk-off homer by Josh Barfield again. That was the last time these two teams faced. And now they'll play these 3 games here in Bridgewater to close out the regular season. Big games for the Ducks as they try and secure a postseason berth. First pitch to Johnny Tucker. There's a fastball strike from Murphy, who will try and bounce back after a tough second inning. Gave up a leadoff solo homer to Corey Smith, 2 walks, a single, and a sac fly before he got the big 5-3 double play hit into by Brian Peterson. 0-1. That curveball is in for a strike. Good pitch there from Murphy. And the count 0-2. It's now 3-1 Bridgeport. They're in the top of the fourth inning at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Rich Kulik, the starter for the River Sharks. Corey McCurry, the starter for the Bluefish. And here a ground ball to short. Lyons fields a short hop on the backhand. His throw to first is in time to retire the speedy Johnny Tucker. And there's one away for the Patriots here in the bottom of the third.
Left fielder number 91, Aaron Eggleston.
So that's an important game. Matt Padgett has joined the River Sharks, the former Duck, and he has driven in the only run of the game thus far for Camden. Bluefish have gotten 2 RBIs from Luis Lopez and 1 from Prentice Redmond. All tied at 2 in Southern Maryland. Blue Crabs and the Barnstormers, bottom of the third inning. First pitch here to Aaron Eggleston is in for a strike, 0-1. It is Gabby Hernandez, the starter for the Blue Crabs. Dwayne Pollock for the Barnstormers. Jerry Owens, Olmo Rosario have driven in the runs for Lancaster. Rennie Osuna has both RBIs for Southern Maryland as Murphy misses low to even the count at 1-1. And getting underway in a few minutes down in Sugar Land, Texas, it'll be the Skeeters and the Revolution. In Game 4, their 6-game set. Eggleston a big swing and a miss. Good pitch down and in by Murphy. And the count 1-2. Tucker now 0 for 2 with the fly out to center and the ground out to short. Eggleston fly to right in his first at bat. Murphy gets the sign from Castro. Here's his 1-2 to Eggleston, and this is just outside. The count is even at 2-2. Corey Thurman will start for the York Revolution. He'll be opposed by Cesar Carrillo for the Skeeters. Two from the left-hander, and Eggleston pops it foul. Third base side back into the crowd. So we'll do it once again. Yankees up at Fenway Park tonight to battle the Red Sox, and it's been all Boston so far. A 4-run first inning, and they lead it 4-1. Brendan Ryan, though, just homered for the Yankees, his 4th of the year, first as a Yankee. Hiroki Kuroda, the starter for the Yankees. John Lackey for the Red Sox, as Eggleston here fouls one off at home plate. I think he caught his front foot with that foul ball. So the count even up at 2-2. Yankees just a game back in the wild card race of Tampa Bay. Another come-from-behind win yesterday, or not a come-from-behind win, but they had a 5-2 lead, lost it in the 8th, and then scored a run on a wild pitch in the 9th. As Eggleston here takes up high, and the count goes to 3-2. So Murphy got ahead 1-2. Doesn't want to walk him. Good at bat so far for Eggleston. And now the payoff. That is low, and it is ball 4. 3rd walk for Murphy. After getting in front, 1 ball and 2 strikes, a tough walk allowed by the left-hander. And now the right fielder, Corey Aldridge, is going to come to the plate. Mets are at home to battle the Marlins at Citi Field. They're tied at 1. Bottom of the 4th inning. Giancarlo Stanton, his 21st home run of the season. Andrew Brown, his 7th for the Mets. Jonathan East against Brad Hand, the pitching matchup in that game. First pitch from Murphy to Aldridge, and he takes the fastball low. And Murphy having some trouble finding the strike zone, and the count 1-0. Aldridge in his first at-bat struck out swinging. Eggleston being held on by Strebe at first. Now the 1-0 is up high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. Bob Zimmerman was warming last inning. He has since sat down. Josh Lowy is now warming for the Patriots down the right field line. So Harden might be done after 3 innings. He's at 55 pitches. Murphy behind here 2-0. Looks like Zimmerman might get warmed up again. Here's the pitch. Aldridge takes a fastball. There's a called strike. And the count 2-1. New York Liberty in action tonight. They're at halftime in Indiana against the Fever. And it's Liberty 38 and the Fever 32. Here it's 5-2 in favor of the Ducks. 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second. Patriots came back with 2 in the bottom of the second. And the 2-1 Aldridge is lifted foul behind the plate. And that'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Some scattered seats empty throughout. Fairly nice crowd for a Friday night here in Somerset. 2-2 count here on Aldridge, lefty to lefty, with 1 out and 1 on in the 3rd. And pitch on the way from Murphy is up and inside, almost hit Aldridge. I think that caught home plate umpire Marty Bauer. And Murphy again has gotten a 3 balls here. It's a 3-2 count. The left-hander threw just 9 pitches in the first inning, has reached the 50-pitch mark here in the 3rd. He's having a lot of trouble throwing strikes, and 1 pitch away from walking back-to-back hitters for a 2nd straight inning. Don't know if he's struggling to actually throw the strikes or trying to get the Patriots to swing and miss, and hasn't been able to do that. And then again, a lot of these pitches haven't really been close to the strike zone for Murphy. 3-2, Aldridge checks, and he takes up high for ball 4. So Murphy missed up high again, back-to-back walks, and he has now allowed 4 to reach base freely here in this ball game. And now Kevin Baez is going to come out of the dugout. He looks down to the bullpen to see if Zimmerman is ready. Well, that might be all for Bill Murphy here tonight. Kevin Baez knows the importance of this game. The Ducks are winning by 3 and cannot afford to allow Bill Murphy to keep allowing the Patriots to get on the bases freely. So Baez is going to take the baseball for Murphy. That's going to be it. Just 2 1/3 innings tonight, but 4 walks allowed, and Kevin Baez does not want to let what was once a 5-0 lead slip away here tonight. So we'll have our first pitching change of the night. We'll take a break and come back with Bob Zimmerman coming in for the Ducks here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Well, Bill Murphy tonight was given a 5-0 lead to work with, just like John Brownell was given on Tuesday night at Bethpage Ballpark. But Murphy has had trouble finding the strike zone, and after allowing 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks in the second inning, he's given up back-to-back walks with 1 out here in the third, and Kevin Byes has seen enough. He's going to go to Bob Zimmerman here, the right-hander, to try and take over for Bill Murphy and help the Ducks keep this lead. He's got the cleanup hitter Corey Smith, who hit a home run his first time up, coming to the plate. Kevin Byes announcing before the series that Murphy would start tonight, Sean Garceau tomorrow, and then Zimmerman or Brownell would go on Sunday. Brownell would probably pitch if the Ducks still needed a win to clinch a playoff spot. If not, it would probably be Zimmerman. But now we'll see what happens here. Zimmerman is needed here on this Friday night in the first game of the series because of the lack of control by Bill Murphy. He gives up just 2 hits in 2 1/3 innings, but 4 walks, only 1 strikeout. Giving up the 1 homer to Corey Smith, and with Smith coming to the plate again here, Zimmerman will come on, and we'll see what the right-hander can do against Corey Smith in this Patriots lineup. So Kevin Byes in a tough spot here tonight. Was hoping for another good start from Murphy. He had been pitching very well of late, but doesn't get the start he was hoping for. And now Zimmerman will pitch, and the first pitch misses inside, 4-1 to Smith. We've got to head 2-0 in the second inning before hitting a leadoff solo homer just over a leaping Lou Ford in left center field. Runners lead at first and second, the 1-0. That is inside. And Zimmerman has quickly thrown 2 balls to Corey Smith.
Everybody clap your hands.
So Zimmerman's got to be careful here. We saw Smith was ready to hack with a 2-0 count last time up. The runner at second is Eggleston. The runner at first is Aldridge with 1 out. And the 2-0 on the ground here to short. Lyons has it go off of his chest. His throw to first, and that is in time to get the out. Should have been a double play. Lyons fortunate to get 1. Ball took a nasty hop out of the dirt and jumped up, caught him in the chest. So that's the second out of the inning.
Number 14, Jeff Beasley.
Eggleston crosses over to third and Aldridge to second. So it could have been an ending double play, but again, that tough bounce hurt him. And now Jeff Beasley will get a chance here. And with a base hit, he could bring the Patriots to within 1 of the Ducks. First pitch from Zimmerman to Beasley, and he swings and chops 1 foul along the third base line. Count 0-1 because the Ducks were able to get the out because Corey Smith does not run all that well. Lyons has denied his 18th error of the season. It'll be an 0-1 pitch upcoming. Zimmerman gets the sign, and here comes the right-hander's offering. Beasley will take way outside. Nice job by Cashner to prevent that one from going back to the backstop. It's count even at 1-1 on the year. Zimmerman is at 4-3, 4.17 ERA in 27 games, 11 starts. He has pitched well in his last 4 starts. Really, his last 3 were exceptionally well. Now the 1-1. That's a breaking ball grounded to the third base dugout. And the count 1-2. So Zimmerman, who was called on after Murphy walked 2 in the third, trying to get out of further trouble here and send this game to the 4th with the Ducks still up by 3. 5-2 the score. Ducks out hitting the Patriots 6-2 early in this game. Here comes the 1-2 to Beasley. Pitch, and it is swung and lifted in the air to center field. Well hit. Going back is Ford to the warning track at the wall. He jumps up, and you can forget it. A 3-run home run to dead center field off the bat of Jeff Beasley. 5-0 lead is gone, and it is a 5-5 score here at TD Bank Ballpark. Zimmerman got to 2 strikes, but Beasley hit a pitch up in the zone. And for the Patriot third baseman, it's his 10th of the year. And those 2 walks allowed by Murphy come back to bite the Ducks. So for a second time this week, a 5-0 lead has been lost by Long Island. And that is going to bring up Jorge Cortez. Twice Ford has come close, leaping at home run balls, but both times hasn't been able to come up with them. They're just too far out of his reach. First pitch is fouled off by Cortez. They count 0-1. So for Baisley, his 10th homers, RBIs 50, 48, 49, and 51. Or check out 49, 50, and 51. And now Zimmerman's 0-1. Kick and the pitch. That's way up high for a ball. Count goes to 1-1. So that ends Murphy's line. 2 1/3, 2 hits, 4 runs, all earned. 4 walks and 1 strikeout. And 3 of the 4 batters he walked all came home to score. 1-1. That is in for a strike. Count 1-2. So Baisley has now walked, hit a 3-run home run, and scored 2. And here is Cortez, who drew a walk his first time up. And count a ball and 2 strikes. So 2 in the first, 3 in the second for the Ducks, 2 in the second, 3 in the third for the Patriots. We've got a brand new ball game here in Bridgewater, New Jersey. 1-2 to Cortez. That's outside for ball 2. Can't take anything away from the Patriots because they are a very good team this year at 89-47. That is simply a fact. The way they have played all year long, and it's been unfortunate for them that they've had to play in the same division as Sugar Land. 2-2. That's chopped foul behind the plate because Sugar Land has had the best record in the Atlantic League and pretty much in professional baseball all year long. Kevin Baez going to Bob Zimmerman here to try and get out of trouble. Could have had an inning-ending double play. Ball took some nasty hop on lines. He can only get 1. 2-2. Cortez fouls it off again. And instead of the inning-ending double play, Baisley gets a chance. Zimmerman gets ahead 1-2, leaves a pitch over the plate. It's deposited to straightaway center, and we're all tied at 5. So David Harden now off the hook, although he is still the pitcher of record because he would be pitching. 2-2, popped in the air, foul territory, third base side. Castro didn't see it. Converging is Zimmerman and Nelson, and it's Bob Zimmerman, the pitcher, who makes the catch. Castro had no idea where that ball was, and Bob Zimmerman, showing his athleticism coming off the mound, makes the catch. But another deflating inning for the Ducks. 3 runs on just 1 hit, 2 walks, and the bases are left empty. And now after 3 innings of play tonight, we are all tied at 5 here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Well, we've got a brand new ball game here in Bridgewater as we go to the 4th inning. Ducks had a 5-0 lead after the first 2 innings, but in the bottom of the second, Patriots scored 2. They added 3 more on a 2-out, 3-run homer by Jeff Baisley in the 3rd, and we're now all tied at 5. David Harden will stay in to pitch a 4th inning, and he will face Binnick, Lyons, and Ford. And Ducks fans, discover the real difference at Huntington Honda and find Long Island's all-star lineup of over 1,200 new Hondas. Huntington Honda steps up to the plate to treat every customer with no pressure, respect, and Grand Slam service after the sale. Discover the real difference in a winning buying experience at HuntingtonHondaCars.com and then visit Huntington Honda on Jericho Turnpike just east of Route 110. Still 3-1 Bridgeport, bottom of the 4th inning, now going to the 5th at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. First pitch is taken for a called strike by Craig Binnick. And the count 0-1. Binnick drew a walk and scored his first time up. The 0-1 is low and outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. As we mentioned earlier, Ducks can't let that tough 2 innings affect them here. They have had great offense over the first 2 innings of tonight's game. Didn't get much in the 3rd as they were retired in order. Binnick takes ball 2. But they've got to keep the offense going tonight. Can't let it die after 5 runs over 2 innings. Have to find a way to keep hitting David Harden well in this game. And here, Binnick fists one out in a shallow right center field. Long run for Aldridge. But he'll get there and make the catch. And Binnick retired for the first out, and that's now 5 straight Ducks that have been retired. Looks like Josh Lowy has started to warm up again for the Patriots down the right field line. Again, he is going to be piggybacking David Harden tonight, who was on a pitch count of about 70, and right now is at 59. And now the Ducks shortstop and 9-hitter Dan Lyons will come to the plate. He hits from the right side against the right-hander. First pitch on the way, and Lyons will swing and miss at a good fastball. They count 0-1. Lyons in his first at-bat hit a ground ball to third. That was booted by Jeff Baisley, and on the error, Castro scored from third. Lyons did get credit for the RBI, his 26th of the year, as this pitch is low to even the count at 1-1. Baisley tried to go for second to get a double play, juggled the ball, and then only had to play it first, and his throw was late. Harden from the windup. The 1-1 Alliance swung on and lifted down the left field line. Long run for the third baseman Baisley towards the stands, but this will be about 3 rows back into the crowd. And Lyons now behind 1 and 2.
Fun zone behind section 217 to see how fans you can throw at speed pitch or win prizes at the Spinning Wheel Papa Shot of Plinko. Visit the Family Fun Zone now. NJIT New Jersey Science and Technology University. We need the following fans in customer service: Daryl Dixon and Merle Dixon. Daryl Dixon and Merle Dixon, please go to customer service.
So 1-2 pitch upcoming here to Lyons. Base is empty, 1 out. Tie score at 5. And the kick and the pitch to Lyons is swung on and missed for strike 3. He chased down low in the zone. Strikeout number 3 for Harden. And there's 2 away here in the 4th inning.
Hey fans, with that strikeout, everybody in section 101, 102, and 103 are going to get coupons.
So back to the top of the order we'll go. Lou Ford will come up to the plate.
Barbecue Mexican Grill on Main Street in Manville. Be sure to stop by their concession cart behind section
Ford has had a good
2.
day. It's been the top 2 in the order that have provided the most damage tonight. Ford has 2 singles, an RBI, and 2 runs scored. Josh Barfield has a double and a triple, 2 RBIs, and a run scored. So here is Ford to the plate. First pitch from Harden to Ford, and he takes a fastball up and in tight for ball 1. Ford yesterday 0 for 2, ending his 14-game hitting streak in the rain-shortened game. 1-0. That's hit on the ground, fouled on the third base line. Good swing by Ford. He's got a very quick bat. And the count even at 1-1, but so far tonight he has started a new hitting streak with 2 hits in the game. And for Ford, that is his 7th multi-hit game. And here he rockets one foul down the third base line. 2 hard-hit baseballs there by Ford. Ball just has a different sound coming off of his bat right now. The count is 1-2, and Harden looking for his second straight 1-2-3 innings as he appears to be settling down following the rocky first 2 innings. 1-2, and Ford checks a swing and takes down low to even up the count. And the Ducks getting Brian Nelson and Ramon Castro back into the lineup tonight. Ray Navarrete gets the night off, as does Ralph Enriquez. 2-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. No, did he miss it? I think he did miss it. Now the tag will be applied. Thought he might have foul-tipped it, but home plate umpire Marty Bauer says that he strikes out swinging. So back-to-back strikeouts, 4 in the inning, and now 7 straight Ducks overall have been retired. So we'll take this game to the bottom of the 4th here at TD Bank Ballpark. 5-5 the score on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. To the bottom of the fourth inning we go. It is all tied at 5 here in Bridgewater, New Jersey, and fans all season long on Friday nights, just like tonight, Duck staff members handed out coupons for $5 off with the purchase of 2 lunch entrees at Outback Steakhouse to fans exiting the ballpark at the Duck Pond as part of Outback Steakhouse Fridays. And whether you're enjoying one of their delicious USDA choice steaks or one of many Aussie-tizers, Outback takes great pride in serving the freshest, highest quality foods possible. They're now open on Saturday and Sunday for lunch beginning at 11 o'clock a.m., and you can join them every Wednesday as well for No Worries Wednesday with a complete meal for 2 starting at just $25 at Outback. It's all about the quality and all about the food. First pitch is a called strike to Eddie Martinez Esteve. Bob Zimmerman stays in the pitch in the 4th. And the 0-1 is up high. That'll leave it up to count at 1-1. Zimmerman came in after Murphy walked 2 with 1 out in the 3rd. Smith grounded to short. Could have been a double play. The Ducks don't turn it, and Jeff Baisley answers with a 3-run home run to center with 2 out and 2 strikes. As here Martinez Esteve swings and misses for strike 2. He singled to right in his first at bat. Martinez Esteve entered tonight at .345 on the year with 4 homers and 47 runs batted in. And the 1-2 is low for ball 2, but no longer in contention for the Atlantic League batting title because he missed over a month with a broken hand. And the 2-2 from Zimmerman. Fastball missed way upstairs. It was August the 3rd when Martinez Esteve was put on the DL with a broken right finger and finally was taken off the DL just recently. Here a high fly ball deep left field. Going back is Binnick and Ford looking up, and you can forget it. Again with 2 strikes. A home run allowed by Zimmerman. It's a solo shot to left for Eddie Martinez Esteve. And for the first time tonight, the Patriots lead. They are on top 6-5. A 5-0 lead for the Ducks has officially been erased, and the Patriots now lead. And for the Ducks to win this game, they will need to come from behind. Home run number 5 on the year for Eddie Martinez Esteve, and both homers that Zimmerman has allowed have been with 2 strikes. First pitch on the way here to Angel Sanchez, and this is way outside for ball 1. Now Zimmerman having some trouble finding the strike zone. So the Ducks offense doing their job tonight by getting an early 5-0 lead, but the pitching staff not doing its job, and here a fastball is a called strike in the outside corner to even the count at 1-1. Fortunately for the Ducks, they still have plenty of time to go in this game. But 7 straight Ducks have been retired since the 2nd inning. And here a foul ball, first base side out of play. And now Sanchez behind 1-2. With the struggles of the Ducks over these last few weeks, of course, there have been many a tough loss. And this would certainly be one of them if the Ducks cannot come from behind. But as I said, plenty of time for the Ducks to come back, and they have come back so many times this year. 1-2. That's on the ground, hard to short. Lyons able to juggle the baseball after fielding it initially, and he recovers and throws to first for the out. So Sanchez retired. He had a sac fly his first at bat, and there's 1 out here in the 4th.
Catcher, number 25, Brian Peterson.
So 2 home runs for the Patriots, 3 home runs, for the Patriots tonight. Corey Smith, a solo shot. Jeff Baisley, the game-tying 3-run homer, and Eddie Martinez Esteve, the go-ahead solo homer. The Patriots now have a 6-5 lead. They lead the season series 11-6 over the Ducks, as the first pitch misses low and outside for ball 1. So the Ducks finish the year, no matter what happens in the series, with winning records against all 3 other teams in their same division, the Liberty division. There's a fastball called strike to even the count at 1-1. But the Ducks have losing records against every team from the Freedom division. And look at the overall records against both divisions. We'll tell you them after this pitch. The 1-1 is in for a strike. Ducks are 34-26 against the Liberty division, 27-50 against the Freedom division. 1-2. That's on the ground here to short again. Lyons on the backhand fields. Throw to first is in time. Good stretch by Strebe. So Peterson is retired at first. He is now over 2. And with 2 away, that'll bring up the second baseman, Johnny Tucker.
Second baseman, Johnny Tucker.
So back to the top of the order. Patriots will begin their 3rd trip through the lineup. It'll be Johnny Tucker, the second baseman, who is over 2 tonight. First pitch on the way, and this way up and outside for ball one. Josh Lowy continuing to warm. He is going to probably come in. Nope. Looks like another right-hander who is warming down in the bullpen, not Lowy. Well, you know what? Lowey's probably ready to come into the game. I think Harden is just finishing up, getting to his 70 pitches. Swing and a miss here. Count 1-1. It is David Harden who is throwing in the bullpen. I think because he was just shy of 70 pitches. Patriots pitching staff letting him finish his pitches tonight in the bullpen. They want Lowy to start an inning fresh. 1-1 is up high and in tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. We'll see if that's the case. If that is the case, Harden would not qualify for the win now that the Patriots have the lead. 2-1. That's inside for ball 3. In fact, neither starter is going to qualify here for the decision tonight. It'll be up to the bullpens if Harden does not come in. Right now, Zimmerman, the pitcher of record for the Ducks. And the 3-1 to Tucker is way low for ball 4. 5th walk of the night allowed by Ducks pitching. And Tucker gets the first with 2 men out. That'll give Aaron Eggleston an opportunity here in the 4th.
Left fielder Aaron Eggleston.
Ducks out hitting the Patriots 6-4, but now trail on the scoreboard 6-5. The home run ball doing the damage. 2 leadoff homers in an inning, and that 2-out, 2-strike, 3-run homer by Bailey, which tied the game. First pitch to Eggleston, and he takes way low and inside, gets away from Castro, and Tucker will go to second. So Zimmerman having some trouble finding the strike zone. Last time he pitched before tonight was on September 9th against Sugar Land. Pitched well, but the Ducks lost the game 4-2. He allowed just 2 runs, 1 earned, on 3 hits in 7 1/3 innings, walked 2 and struck out a season-high 8. Now the 1-0 to Eggleston. Big breaking ball jumps in for a called strike. And the count 1-1. Eggleston walked and scored his last time up in the 3rd, fly to right in the 1st. The right-hander's 1-1 upcoming. Looks to second, deals to the plate, and this is fouled off down the 3rd base line out of play. And so the count is 1-2. It is coming down to the wire here in the 2013 regular season for the second half Liberty Division Championship. It'll be either the Ducks, the River Sharks, or the Bluefish who will play the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs in the first round. Now the 1-2 is hit on the ground to short. Lyons out and played perfectly. And he'll throw over to first with a putout. Lyons records all 3 putouts in the inning. And the side retired. But the Patriots get another run, and they take their first lead of the night on 1 hit, the solo home run by Eddie Martinez Esteve. They leave 1 on the bases. And after 4 innings tonight here in Bridgewater, it's now the Patriots 6, the Ducks 5 on the radio home for Long Island Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Can I have one more? On to the 5th inning we go here at TD Bank Ballpark. It is 6-5 Patriots over the Ducks. New pitcher is in. It's right-hander Josh Lowy. He takes over for David Harden, so the right-hander will not be able to qualify for the win. But Josh Lowy is now in. It is 6-5 in favor of Somerset. And fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle Lynn Shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is now on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quackerjack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. Should the Ducks reach the postseason, the first game of the playoffs would be Wednesday of this upcoming week, September the 18th at 6:35 p.m. It'll be Game 1 of the Liberty Division Championship Series. If the Ducks qualify, they will play the Southern Maryland Blue Crabs. And Game 2 would be Thursday at 6:35 at Bethpage Ballpark. So that would be your next chance to head to the Waddle Lynch Shop for a Ducks game if the Ducks qualify for the postseason. First pitch on the way here to Josh Barfield. He swings and fists one out down the right field line. This one is going to land foul. One hops off the warning track and into the seats. And the count is 0-1. Barfield has had a terrific start to tonight's game, an RBI triple to left and a run scored in the first inning. He had an RBI double to left center in the second. And here comes the 0-1 from Lowy. That's low and inside. Count even at 1-1. Ducks had 5 runs on 6 hits in the first 2 innings, but last 2 innings have been 1, 2, 3 innings by Harden, and now Josh Lowy is into the game. We'll get you his numbers momentarily. The 1-1, and Barfield takes a curveball down and in, and he's ahead in the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Josh Lowy on the year is 13-8. Most wins on the Patriots staff. He's got a 2.97 earned run average in 25 starts, 1 complete game. 118 strikeouts in 151 2/3 innings. And he has walked 48. So here comes a 2-1 in this righty-righty matchup. Lowy kicks and deals, and Barfield takes inside. So the count 3-1. Ducks trying to get the tying run on to start off here, and then you've got Nelson and Hall to follow. Six to 5, the Patriots lead it over the Ducks here in the opener of this 3-game series. Final regular season series of the year for Long Island. 3-1, Barfield swings, fouls it up over our heads and out of play. Fans looking to see if it's going to come back down, but I don't believe that will. Another count full. Again, Josh Lowy was supposed to start last night's game for the Patriots against the Bridgeport Bluefish here, but the game was rained out. So Lowy backing David Harden this evening. 3-2, Barfield swings, fouls it off, almost the exact same spot, just a little bit more to the right. Lowy throwing in the upper 80s once again, just like Harden was. So we'll do it one more time with the count full. It looks like Barfield might have either broken his bat or needed some more pine tar on the bat, so he gets the pine tar stick from the bat boy, and then we'll head back to home plate. And the 3-2 once again. Pitch is swung on and popped in the air to right field. Shallow. Going out is the first baseman Martinez Esteve, the second baseman Tucker, and it's Tucker who makes the basket catch in foul territory down the right field line. Nice play by Johnny Tucker. And Barfield retired for the first out here in the 5th inning. Still 3-1, the Bluefish over the River Sharks, top of the 6th inning. In Bridgeport, Connecticut, Corey McCurry is allowed just a run on 5 innings, 2 hits, a walk and 5 strikeouts. Rich Kulik for the River Sharks, 3 runs on 5 hits in 5 innings, a walk and 3 strikeouts. First pitch, Nelson swings, fouls it back to the screen behind home plate. And the count is 0-1 on Nelson. First at bat, Nelson struck out swinging. Second time he reached on an infield single to second, a liner off the glove of the second baseman Johnny Tucker. And here he fouls one off again. This time it's over the screen behind the plate. And the count is 0-2. Eddie Martinez Esteve with a solo home run in the fourth gives the Patriots a 6-5 lead. Ducks trying to get the tying run on here with one out. And the 0-2 to Nelson is a breaking ball down low. So it's now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ducks with 6 hits, Patriots with 4. Nelson playing for the first time since Tuesday night on the 1-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Cuts through a breaking ball down and in. First strikeout for Lowy. And there's 2 away.
Whether you're at the ballpark or at home, listen to all Patriot games on WCTC, on the radio, online, or download.
So that is now 9 straight Ducks who have been retired. The last Duck to reach was Nelson on that infield single. And this game looking eerily similar to Tuesday night against Lancaster, in which the Ducks had a 5-0 lead, lost the lead, and after that big 5-run first inning, couldn't get the off. And it is swung on and missed by Castro. And so the count now 1-2. Castro hits on the right side tonight. He has doubled and scored and flied to left in his 2 at-bats. From the windup, the 1-2. Check swinging a ball down in the dirt. Home plate umpire Marty Bauer says that he went around. Tag is applied. They're not even going to appeal here. So Castro says that he strikes, or Bauer says that Castro strikes out. He does not agree. And Kevin Baez looking down at Marty Bauer to try and argue with him, wondering why that no appeal was made. And so there's 2 away now, 4 straight strikeouts for Josh Lowy. So a 2-away, Ryan Strebe will come up to hit. Strebe will bat from the right side, and the first pitch on the way is taken downstairs for ball 1. If you're joining us here on the Ducks official YouTube channel, youtube.com/DucksBaseball, where we bring you a live stream tonight, we apologize for the technical difficulties that we were just having. Some internet issues here in the press box. 1-0. Swung and foul tipped at home plate. Now leaving the count at 1-1. If you're joining us for the broadcast and you're watching on the Ducks official YouTube channel, as we mentioned, we apologize for the technical difficulties with the internet issues here in the press box. But if you follow the Ducks on Facebook or on Twitter, and you do notice any sort of issues with the broadcast, please do let us know by tweeting at us at LI Ducks or posting a comment on our Facebook, facebook.com/LI Ducks. 1-1 count here on Strebe, who tonight has grounded to second and fly to center. 1-1. That is in for a called strike over the inside corner. And the count 1-2. So Josh Lowy trying to retire the Ducks in order for a 4th straight inning. And the offense has gone completely cold once again for Long Island. After 5 runs in the first 2 innings, nothing over the last 4 now as Strebe chases down in the dirt for strike 3. Tag is applied. And Josh Lowy strikes out the side and has struck out 5 in a row here in tonight's ball game. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's 8-5 Patriots on the radio, home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN.
Katie Doman, please go to customer service.
This one up and inside, and now 3 balls and no strikes. And Eric Threets, who has definitely struggled of late, lacking command here early on. And the 3-0 offering is outside ball 4. So Eric Threets a 4-pitch walk to start off. Second time Tucker has walked in this game.
Number 91, Aaron Eggleston.
And now Aaron Eggleston is going to come up to bat for the Patriots. That is the 6th walk allowed by Ducks pitching tonight, and any coach or manager will tell you that is just way too many. Cannot afford to walk that many hitters. This pitch is in for a called strike. And the count 0-1 on Eggleston, who tonight in his 3 trips to the plate has fly to right, walked and scored, and grounded to short. Threets looks to first, deals, and Eggleston takes down low. So now leaving up the count at 1-1 strike. Threets' last outing came on Tuesday night as part of that big comeback by Lancaster. Threets misses outside here for ball 2 in 1/3 of an inning that night. Gave up 2 hits and 4 runs, walked 2, struck out none. He came in with the Ducks leading it by a count of 5-3. Wind really starting to pick up here at TD Bank Ballpark. The flags in center field are whipping. You can hear it in our crowd mic as Eggleston swings and misses for strike 2. So Threets could not get the job done when he came in to try and protect the 5-3 lead. Gave up a game-tying 2-run home run over Rosario, and then 2 more were allowed after that point. And the 2-2 pitch on the way to Eggleston is swung on and fisted foul, third base side. Eggleston got jammed and hit it onto the small lawn seating down the left field line. The day before, Threets had pitched against Sugarland, and in 2/3 of an inning there, he gave up 2 hits and 2 runs, though both were unearned. A walk and no strikeouts. 2-2 runner goes. No, he bluffs, and the pitch is taken for a called strike 3 over the inside corner. Tucker started to go, decided against it. It's a good thing he did because the pitch was taken for strike 3. First strikeout for Threets.
Number 13, Corey Aldridge.
And now 1 on, 1 out, and that'll bring up Corey Aldridge, the right fielder. Threets has actually lost his last 3 games. He has picked up the loss each time out. And unless the Ducks come from behind to tie the game or take the lead after this inning, and then Threets comes out to pitch another, he will avoid a loss tonight. Right now, Zimmerman in line for the loss, unless the Ducks can rally back, and Josh Lowy is in line for the win. Kicking a throw over to first, and back safely is Johnny Tucker. He has great speed, this Johnny Tucker. And on the year, he has stolen 17 bases and has been caught 6 times. Check that, 24 bases. Bobby Stevens has stolen 17. Runner leads at first. Threets looks over. Kicks and deals to the plate, and Aldridge will take a fastball strike. No one says it came in at 89. So the count 0-1. If my voice at all at any point does sound a little raspy here in the press box, I do apologize for that. The 0-1 as Threets looks over to first again at Tucker, kicks and throws over. Of course, tonight is the beginning of the Yom Kippur holiday. And for all those observing the holiday and fasting, I wish everyone an easy fast, as I am doing here in the broadcast booth. So without my usual glass or bottle of water, throw becomes a little bit more raspy than usual. 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Good fastball that time from Threets, and Aldridge swung through it. Tonight Aldridge has struck out swinging, walked and scored, and doubled and scored. 5 of the 9 Patriot hitters have a hit in this game. The ones that don't, Peterson, Sanchez, Tucker, and Eggleston. Tucker and Eggleston have each reached base. Sanchez and Peterson have not. And the 0-2 from Threets is swung on and missed for strike 3. 90-mile-an-hour fastball that time, and Aldridge swung through it. Second strikeout for Threets. And the 5th for Ducks pitching, 2 away. And that'll bring up Corey Smith.
Number 15, Corey Smith.
Well, there are a lot of candidates to choose from right now for the Patriots, but Corey Smith probably the leader in the clubhouse for the Nico Lock player of the game. 2 home runs, a solo shot in the second that put the Patriots on the scoreboard, and then hit a 2-run shot last inning to left that stretched a 6-5 lead to 8-5. And the first pitch here is low and outside for ball 1. The home runs, the 19th and 20th of the year for Smith. He has now got 83 runs batted in on the season. Runner goes, pitch taken for a called strike. Throw to second is not in time. Ball kicked out of the glove of Josh Barfield. So give Tucker his 25th stolen base of the year. And now runner at second with a 1-1 count.
Coupons, baffling and style change.
A 1-1 count on Smith. Tucker, the speedy runner at second base, as the Patriots try and score for a 5th straight inning. 1-1. Just low and off the outside corner. And it's now 2 balls and 1 strike. Still 3-1 Bluefish over the River Sharks. They are going to the 8th inning. Again, the scenario, if the Ducks win a game and the Bluefish lose a game at any point this weekend, Ducks will win the second half Liberty Division title. 2-1 is low and outside. And the count goes to 3-1. There is a righty warming for the Ducks in the bullpen. It appears to be Eddie Ramos. And another right-hander has just started to throw, but not really warm up, just playing catch right now. 3-1 from Threets to Corey Smith. Looks back to second, deals, and this is way low and inside for ball 4. Second walk of the inning allowed by Eric Threets. And it's now 7 walks allowed by the Ducks pitching staff in this game. Kevin Baez has to be pulling his hair out in the dugout. So many base runners being given free passes by the Ducks pitching staff tonight. Most that the Ducks pitching staff has allowed in a single game is 10. April 20th at Sugarland. You have to go all the way back to that point for the most walks the Ducks have allowed in a game this year. Most any pitcher has allowed in a game this year was 7. Bob Zimmerman on August 24th against this Patriots team. And the first pitch misses down and in for ball 1 at Jeff Baisley, who also had a big hit in the game. The 3-run game-tying solo homer to center in the 3rd. Aside from that, he has walked and scored in the 2nd, struck out swinging in the 5th. 2 on, 2 out. 1-0 upcoming from Threets. Pitch on the way, and Baisley takes a strike. Good fastball. And the count 1-1. We are in the bottom of the 6th inning here at TD Bank Ballpark. 5-0 Ducks had led it after 2, and the Patriots have come back with 8 unanswered. 1-1. That just missed low and outside. Close pitch. Ducks not getting the call, though, and when you walk 7 hitters, you're not going to get a lot of those close pitches from the home plate umpire. Kevin Baez has already had to use 3 relievers. He's got 2 guys warming up now, and still got at least 2 more innings from the bullpen after this one. 2-1. That's on the inside corner for strike 2. Good fastball that time from Threets. Nobody warming up down the right field line for the Patriots, so this is Josh Lowy's game right now. And why not? He has set down all 6 he has faced and has struck out 5 of the 6. Two upcoming. Runners lead at first and second with 2 out, and the pitch is just low. Another pitch Threets wanted. So the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes with 2 out. Runners will take off on the pitch. Tucker the runner at second, Smith the runner at first, neither being held on. And Threets trying to avoid his 3rd walk of the inning. 3-2, swung and popped up foul. First base side into the crowd. And the ball bounces on a few seats and then caroms further back. And here comes another payoff. There go the runners, and the pitch is swung in line in the air to right center field. Long run over for the center fielder Ford. He's racing in, and he makes the running grab. Good play by Lou Ford to rob a hit from Baisley and get the final out of the 6th inning. So the first time since the opening inning, the Patriots are held off the scoreboard. No runs, no hits, a couple of walks, and 2 men left on base. We'll take this game to the 7th here at TD Bank Ballpark. It's 8-5 Patriots on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Thank you.
Elvis over here.
Josh Lowy into the game for the 7th inning as he pitches his 3rd inning of the game in relief. Ducks had a 5-0 lead. It's now 8-5 Patriots as we go to the 7th. And Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, you can follow along all season long, all the rest of the regular season, which goes through Sunday. And if the Ducks qualify for the playoffs all playoff long, you can really follow all year round, as the Ducks will be tweeting all year long at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will also be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. So again, head to twitter.com/LIDucks, where the Ducks are tweeting right now. Ducks need some base runners. They have not had a base runner since Brian Nelson's infield single in the 2nd inning. And this pitch is taken for a called strike, 0-1. In what is an eerily similar situation to Tuesday night, Ducks had a 5-0 lead. They have now had a total of 13 straight retired by Patriots pitching. And while that went on, the Patriots came back with 8 runs to take an 8-5 lead. As Binnick takes low and outside here to even the count at 1-1. Patriots lead 8-5. 8 runs, 8 hits, 1 error. 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Ducks. 1-1. It's a breaking ball line into left field. There's a base hit. So for Craig Binnick, his first hit of the night, and for the Ducks, their first hit since the 2nd inning. And let's see if that gets the offense going here in the 7th inning.
A group of over 7,000 teachers and education support professionals. Our public schools work.
So Binnick is on for the 2nd time today. He walked back in the 2nd, and in that inning, he came home to score.
Grossi and Amanda Tunney, please go to customer service. Gabriella Grossi.
Not the first base runner that Josh Lowy has given up. He had retired the first Hicks he faced, 5 of which came on strikeouts, 4 swinging, 1 looking. And here is Dan Lyons, who is 0 for 2 so far tonight, but does have a run batted in. First pitch on the way, and Lyons will take a fastball called strike, count 0-1. Lyons in the 2nd inning hit a ground ball in between 3rd and short. Baisley got to the baseball but juggled it, and his throw to first wasn't in time. E5, but he did pick up his 26th run batted in as Castro scored from 3rd and would have scored anyway even if the play was made. 0-1. Swung and fouled back behind home plate by Lyons, and he's quickly in the hole 0-2. Then Lyons struck out swinging in the 4th inning. One of 9 strikeouts by Patriots pitchers tonight. Hardin had 4, and Lowy has had 5 since. 0-2 upcoming. Binnick being held on at first by Eddie Martinez Esteve. 0-2. Swung on and missed strike 3. Lyons was late on the 96-mile-an-hour fastball, according to the scoreboard out in right center. 6th strikeout for Lowy. And there's one away. So Lowry showing no ill effects after having his start pushed back. He was supposed to start yesterday, but because of the rain out, couldn't. And instead he's pitching in relief tonight, and he looks superb on the mound. So runner at first, one out. Here is Lou Ford. Ducks trying to get one more on the bases to bring the tying run to the plate. And Ford so far has had a pretty solid night, 2 for 3 with a couple runs scored and an RBI. First pitch, Ford takes a fastball strike over the inside corner. Ford thought it might have been a little low. So the count 0-1. Pinnick has pretty good speed at first. Ducks, though, not a team that really steals bases a lot. I don't want to run into any outs on the base pass here tonight. 0-1. Fouled over our heads and out of play. First base side of home plate. Ford was late. And one clocked at 92 in the count 0-2. So Lowry has had some extra life on that fastball of late. So no balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Runner at first. Ducks trail by 3. And Lowry's 0-2 to Ford. It's swung and grounded to first. Martinez Esteve goes to short for 1. The return to first, not in time. Ford beat it out. So it is a 3-6 fielder's choice. And now the Ducks with a runner at first and 2 away as Ford trades spots with Pinnick. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Josh Barfield.
Send it to hashtag Patriots.
Good attempt at the turn, but Ford simply runs too well up the first baseline. And so with 2 away, it'll be Josh Barfield to the plate, who is 2 for 3 on the night. It's been the top 2 in the order who primarily have done the damage here tonight for the Ducks. Aside from those 2, just 3 hits scattered about in between them. Lowry's first pitch, Barfield takes low. Good block at home plate by Peterson, and the count is 1-0.
Patriots thank Chipotle of Bridgewater for providing today's press box.
Barfield with an RBI triple to left and a run scored in the first, an RBI double to left center in the second. Was stranded at third, and then in the 5th, popped out foul down the right field line on a nice catch by the second baseman, Johnny Tucker. Here's the 1-0. Swung on a line in the air to right field. Pretty well hit. Going back is the right fielder Aldridge, and he will make the catch on the warning track. Well struck ball by Barfield, but he is denied an extra base hit for the 3rd time tonight. And so for the Ducks, no runs, 1 hit, and they leave 1 on base. Time to stretch here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey. Patriots 8, the Ducks 5 on the radio home for Ducks Baseball 103.9 RCN. Can I have one more? New relievers in for the Ducks there. 4th of the night. It is right-hander Eddie Ramos. He will come on to pitch the 7th inning after Eric Threet throws a scoreless 6th inning. And for the Patriots, 8 unanswered runs. Ducks have had just 1 man reach because of a hit. since the second inning. That was the Binnick leadoff single in the top of this inning. And Ramos will come in to face Cortez, Martinez, and Sanchez here in the bottom of the seventh inning. Thanks so much for joining me here on the official radio home of the Ducks, 103.9 FM, WRCN, and online at WRCN.com. On the radio side of things, Michael Pollock here with the play-by-play. Apologize for some brief technical difficulties we had earlier in the broadcast due to some internet issues here in the press box at TD Bank Ballpark. We've also got a live video stream available for tonight's game. We'll have them for tomorrow night and Sunday's games as well. And you can watch that at liducks.com in the video center on the bottom of the page, or at youtube.com/ducksbaseball as well. So Jorge Cortez, who has a walk and a single among his 3 plate appearances, will come to the plate for Eric Threets tonight. 1 inning, no hits, no runs. He did walk 2 batters, but struck out 2. And a nice catch by Lou Ford in right center ended the inning and kept the Patriots from scoring more runs. Looked like Josh Barfield might have had an extra base hit to right field in the top of the inning with 2 out, but Corey Aldridge was able to make the catch on the warning track despite the wind blowing out. So Cortez is going to lead off. Right now, the 2 teams are waiting here on the field because there was a large number of children. It's Halloween night here at TD Bank Ballpark. And so all the kids in costumes were allowed to come out on the field in between innings. So because of that, we have a nice little delay here to start the bottom of the 7th. First pitch from Ramos, and Cortez will take a breaking ball for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Ramos, a right-hander, will get you his numbers, and I think something is wrong here with Ramos on the mound, or couldn't get the signs right with Castro, because Castro's going to go out to the mound to chat with his right-hander. Nelson is going to come in along with Barfield. They're both looking out down the right field line, and I think there might be an injury here to Ramos. Dottie Pitchford now is going to come out of the dugout and head towards the mound, and this is not a good sign for the Ducks. It appears that Eddie Ramos might be injured here after throwing a first pitch strike to Jorge Cortez. Now Lyons and Strebe are going to come in to chat as well. And now a right-hander, probably Jared Lansford, is starting to warm for the Ducks down the left field line. So the Ducks have already had to use 4 guys out of the bullpen: Zimmerman, Josh Lansford, Eric Threets, and now Eddie Ramos for 1 pitch so far. But Ramos appears to be suffering an injury here. Kevin Baez does not want to have to go down to the bullpen again. He's got Herrera, Jared Lansford, Leo Rosales available. Josh Strawn yesterday threw way too many pitches to probably warrant another appearance here tonight. And it definitely looks as though Ramos is going to have to come out of the ball game here. Kevin Baez has taken out his lineup card. And after 1 strike to Jorge Cortez, Ramos appears to be injured. Baez is looking towards the dugout here. I think he's talking with Steve Foucault, the pitching coach, to try and find out exactly who he wants to come into the game. And so a new pitcher is coming out of the bullpen. It looks to be left-hander Daniel Herrera. So we're going to have a bit of a delay here because of the injury to Eddie Ramos. And new pitcher Herrera will have as much time as possible as he needs. Again, Ducks had an early 5-0 lead with 2 runs in the first and 3 in the second. And then the Patriots came back with 2 in the second on a Corey Smith solo homer and a sac fly to left by Angel Sanchez. Then in the third, the game-tying 2-out, 2-strike, 3-run homer by Jeff Baisley. A solo homer to left by Eddie Martinez Esteve in the fourth. And then a 2-run homer to left in the fifth by Corey Smith. So coming out of the game is going to be Eddie Ramos due to an injury, and we will have the new pitcher Daniel Herrera in. We will take a break and come back shortly with Herrera taking as much time as he needs for his warm-up tosses due to the injury. Well, it's 8-5 Patriots in the bottom of the 7th here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Yeah, look at your text. Look at your phone. Good. Daniel Herrera is in, taking his warm-up tosses. He has as much time as he needs because of the injury to Eddie Ramos, who threw one pitch, a called strike, to Jorge Cortez as the first pitch of the 7th inning, and then he suffered an injury. So he has to come out of the game, and now Herrera comes on to pitch. And Herrera will be the 6th reliever of the night used by the Ducks, and just as a disaster scenario for Kevin Bias, who was hoping for another good start from Bill Murphy, who has been terrific of late for Long Island, but tonight he had some control issues after getting a 5-0 lead. He got a 5-0 lead after the first inning and a half, and as we saw with John Brownell the other night, Bill Murphy had trouble pitching with the lead. Gave up a leadoff homer in the 2nd inning, ended up giving 2 runs on 2 hits and 2 walks in the 2nd, and then in the 3rd, with 1 out, he walked Eggleston and Corey Aldridge. Kevin Bias had seen enough, and so he decided to bring in Bob Zimmerman, hoping that Zim would be able to get out of trouble. And he got a ground ball from Corey Smith that looked like it was going to be a double play ball, but it took a bad hop on lines. They only got 1 at first, and then with 2 strikes, Jeff Baisley hit the game-tying homer. Since then, a solo homer by Eddie Martinez-Esteve off of Zimmerman, a 2-run homer to left by Corey Smith off of Zimmerman. That's where we stand right now, 8-5 Patriots lead, and Herrera is now in the game with a count of 0-1 on Jorge Cortez. First pitch, and it is taken low for ball one, so that evens the count at 1-1. Cortez has walked, popped out foul to the pitcher, and singled to center, and this is taken for a called strike to run the count to 1-2 on the year. Herrera has a record of 2-1, a 5.30 ERA in 22 games, 11 runs on 29 hits in 18 2/3 innings. He has walked 6 and struck out 14. The 1-2. Big breaking ball up and in tight.
Please meet Alex at customer service. Tori.
So the count goes to 2-2 now.
And meet Alex.
Ducks trail by just 1 in the hit column, 8-7, but 3 on the scoreboard. They still have 2 innings at the plate in which they can get those 3 runs, but Herrera's got to keep it right here. And the 2-2 is a breaking ball chopped here, first base out of the mound. Herrera fields, and he will tag Cortez as he jogs by. So the 1 unassisted putout becomes the first out here in this 7th inning. So that'll bring up Eddie Martinez Esteve, who steps up to the plate to a little bit of Justin Bieber. We'll get you some updates on the out-of-town scoreboard. Ducks have gotten some good news briefly in Bridgeport, where the River Sharks have scored 3 in the 8th to take a 4-3 lead. First pitch. That is taken for a called strike. Count is 0-1. So, again, if the River Sharks hang on and beat the Bluefish, all the Ducks will need is 1 win to get into the postseason. 0-1. That is inside 1-1. 1 win over the final 2 games would be enough to get the Ducks in. Or, if the Ducks do not win either of their 2 games, they just need the River Sharks and the Bluefish to split the final 2 games of their series, and the Ducks would get in. 1-1. That is taken for a called strike and count 1-2. Or, if the Bluefish win both of those 2 games, I'll check that if Camden wins both and then Bridgeport, I have to double check the final figures on the out-of-town as to what is needed for the magic number. Essentially, the Ducks need a win to help them out greatly, especially if Camden comes back and holds on to beat Bridgeport. But if Camden wins out and the Ducks lose out, Camden would have a 1-game better record. 1-2, low and inside, 2-2. So the big key is getting 1. Essentially, the Ducks need 1 Bridgeport loss and 2 Camden losses if they want to get into the postseason, if they don't win any game. Here, a ground ball back to the mound. Nice stab by Herrera. He fields and throws to first for the putout. There's 2 away. So the Ducks essentially will have the destiny completely in their hands if Camden hangs on to win tonight. And that would mean a win for the Ducks in one of their final 2 games would give the Ducks a postseason spot. If not, they need to hope that the River Sharks and Bluefish split their final 2 games. And some bad news now for the Ducks, as an RBI single by Luis Lopez has tied the game at 4 in the bottom of the 8th. So just like that, the good news goes away for Long Island. Very short-lived. First pitch to Angel Sanchez. There's a called strike, 0-1. Other action tonight, Southern Maryland 7, Lancaster 2. Top of the 8th inning in Waldorf, Maryland. Charlie Manning now pitching for the Blue Crabs. Justin Dowdy now pitching for the Barnstormers. 0-1. And that is in for a strike, 0-2. Rennie Osuna has 4 RBIs and 2 runs scored to lead the way for the Blue Crabs. And it's 2-2 York and Sugarland, top of the 6th inning at Constellation Field. Michael Nix now pitching for the Skeeters as Sanchez grounds one to short for Lions. Fields and throws to first for the putout. And that will retire the side. So a nice job by Daniel Herrera after coming in for the injured Eddie Ramos. He retires the side in order. We go to the 8th. 8-5 Patriots on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Josh Lowy will stay in the pitch here in the top of the 8th inning. Ducks trail 8-5 to the Somerset Patriots. They've got 2 innings to try and come back in this game and retake a lead which at one point was 5-0 in the second. Josh Lowy will stay in. He'll face the heart of the order, Nelson, Hall, and Bailey here in the 8th inning. Fans, it's actually a kind of chilly night. Temperatures have dropped down, and the wind is blowing fairly hard here. So on this cool night, why not warm up with a hot cup of Hampton Coffee Company. Gourmet coffee available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark. Regular and decaf, Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or visit their cafes in the Hamptons. So they go to the 9th in Bridgeport. Each team with 4 runs, each team with 8 hits. Ducks, I'm sure, will have their eye on that game once their game ends here. But right now, the task at hand for the Ducks is coming from behind to win this one. As right now, they trail by 3. And so Nelson will lead off here against Josh Lowy, who has been terrific in his 3 innings. He's given up just a single to Craig Binnick and has struck out a total of 6 batters. Update from the Ducks on the injury to Eddie Ramos. It is a shoulder injury. No further update. Still being examined at this time. So a shoulder injury for Eddie Ramos. Again, he threw 1 pitch, threw a perfect strike, and then that was it. Had to come out of the game. First pitch here to Brian Nelson. And this taken at the knees for a strike. 0-1. Nelson back in the lineup for the first time since Tuesday night. He's gone 1 for 3 with an infield single to second and a pair of strikeouts. 0-1. That's line in the air to left field, shallow. Long run in for Eggleston. He will have it drop in front of him. So off the end of the bat, Brian Nelson singles to left, his 2nd hit of the night. Another multi-hit game for Nelson. The Ducks get the leadoff man on it again, trying to get one more on to bring the tying run to the plate. .42nd multi-hit game of the year for Brian Nelson. He is now tied with Joe Ashbrodeen for the most by a Duck this season. Looks as though Jared Lansford is warming up down the left field line for the Ducks. Each team now with 8 hits, and here is Bill Hall, who has gone 0 for 2 with a sac fly tonight. And 2 more strikeouts as well. First pitch, and he will swing and foul one over the screen and over our heads off on the first base side of home plate. And the count is 0-1. Ball rebounds back down below, just off to our left. Almost at the crowd mic here. So the count 0-1. Hall sac fly to right in the first, scored Barfield from third, but since he has struck out with 2 on and 2 out in the second, and then struck out looking with the bases empty and 2 out in the 5th, here he hits a high fly ball in the air to right center field. Converging is the right fielder Aldridge, the center fielder Cortez, and it's Cortez who makes the catch. So Hall now 0 for 3. And with 1 out in the 8th inning, that's going to bring up Adam Bailey. A lot of the crowd has made their way out here tonight. There will be fireworks tomorrow, so I'm sure we will see a bigger crowd and a crowd that will stay late. But a lot of the crowd has made their way out. It is a chilly night. And here is Adam Bailey, who is 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch from Josh Lowy. And Bailey swings and fouls this one over the screen behind home plate. And the count 0-1. Tomorrow, the pitching matchup for the Ducks will be right-hander Sean Garceau on the mound. He's had 2 terrific starts since he's joined the Ducks. He's 1-1 with a 1.92 ERA. And he'll be opposed by lefty Graham Taylor, who is 10-5 with a 3.47 earned run average. Patriots have a very good starting pitching staff. Should be a good one tomorrow night. 7:05, 0-1. And Bailey a check swing. They appeal. And Alan Barnfield, the third base umpire, who was standing more behind the pitcher's mound, says he did not go around. So that evens up the count at 1-1 on Bailey, who has bounced back to the mound, lined to first, and struck out swinging. Ducks batters have 10 strikeouts tonight and have drawn just 1 walk. 1-1. High pop-up. Third base side and foul ground. The third baseman, Baisley, making the call. Crosses towards the line. And in fair territory, he's going to make the catch for the second out of the inning. So the leadoff single by the Ducks, and neither Hall nor Bailey can move the base runner. And a two-way that'll leave it up to the catcher, Ramon Castro. Castro is 1 for 3 tonight. And the Ducks looking to get one more on here and bring the tying run to the plate, and they have not been able to do that since the Patriots retook the lead. First pitch from Lowy to Castro, and he will swing and line one in the air to right field, but right at Corey Aldridge, who makes the catch chest high for the final out of the inning. So bad luck for the Ducks there. Castro hit it right on the button, but hit it right at the right fielder. No runs a hit, one man left. Ducks have had just 2 hits since the second inning. And we go to the bottom of the 8th here at TD Bank Ballpark. It's 8-5 Patriots on the radio home for Ducks Baseball, 103.9 RCN. Can I have one or two more here? Go with 2. Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th here at Bethpage TD Bank Ballpark. Getting my ballparks mixed up. 8-5 Patriots lead it over the Long Island Ducks in the opener of this 3-game series, the final regular season series of the year for the Ducks. Played tomorrow night at 7:05, Sunday at 1:05. And again, the pitching matchups tomorrow night, right-hander Sean Garceau for the Ducks. He's got a record of 1-1 with a 1.92 ERA since joining Long Island in 2 starts. Lefty Graham Taylor will go for the Patriots. He is 10-5 with a 3.47 ERA. And then on Sunday, as of right now, Ducks will probably send out John Brownell since Bob Zimmerman threw 2+ innings tonight. So Brownell will probably start. He is 9-10 with a 3.90 ERA, and he'll be opposed by Patriots righty Paul Phillips, who has a record of 4-4 with a 6.32 ERA. And again, if Camden can find a way to win tonight against the Bridgeport Bluefish, it would mean the Ducks just need to win 1 game, and then it does not matter what the Bluefish and the River Sharks do in the final 2 games for them. If the Ducks win 1, then they would be the second half Liberty Division champions. First pitch here, Jared Lancer takes a called strike in the inside corner, 0-1. Ducks still have a chance to clinch tonight because they can still come back and tie the game or take the lead in the 9th inning. Jared Lancer is 0-1 to Peterson, is swung on and missed for strike 2. But if the Ducks do not win tonight, then they will have to wait until at least tomorrow to clinch. And the 0-2. There, Lansford deals his line right back to the mound. What a catch by Jared Lansford. My goodness. Welcome back, Jared. This is his first time pitching since mid-August. He had been out with a shoulder impingement, and with 2 strikes, Brian Peterson hits a ball possibly harder than he's ever hit before in his life, and he hit it right back to the mound at Jared Lansford, who makes the catch. First out. A little bit more on the injury. Again, Jared Lansford pitching tonight for the first time in almost a month. His last outing was August the 19th when he got the win in Camden despite allowing 2 hits and a run and a walk in 1 inning. He had struggled his couple of times before that, giving up 4 runs on August 16th and 2 runs on August the 11th. And he'd been bothered by his shoulder impingement, so the Ducks shut him down. He rehabbed the shoulder. Earlier this week, he threw a simulated game at Bethpage Ballpark, and he's good to go. And pitching for the first time here tonight since the 19th. Ground ball to second, barehanded by Barfield, and his throw to first in time. Nice play there by Josh Barfield. And that's the second out of the inning. So the Ducks flashing a little bit of leather here in this inning. But of course, it was one defensive play. Can't really fault Dan Lyons that much because the ball did take a bad bounce.
Fielder Aaron Eggleston.
But the ground ball to short with 1 out in the 3rd by Corey Smith that could have been an inning-ending double play does not happen. Instead, Jeff Baisley gets an at-bat. He hits a 3-run home run, ties the game, and since then the Patriots have tacked on 3 more to take the lead. First pitch, and Aaron Eggleston takes low for ball 1. Eggleston tonight is 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. That came back in the 3rd inning. Every Patriot hitter has reached base except for Sanchez and Peterson as this is fouled off behind the plate. Count 1-1 on Eggleston. Looking ahead to the 9th inning for the Ducks. It'll be the bottom 3 in their order. Strebe, Binnick, and Lyons. Ducks do have Navarrete and Henriquez and Phillips on the bench. But I don't see either of those 3 pinch hitting for any of those 3. And the 1-1 to Eggleston. That's in at the belt for a strike. Count 1-2. Again, the Ducks trail 8-5. Both teams do have 8 hits in this game. Still 4-4 in Camden and Bridgeport. They have now gone to the bottom of the 9th inning, and Bridgeport has the winning run at first with 1 out. This pitch misses up and in tight. So the count now even at 2-2. And the pitch. That just missed. Low and outside. Count has gone full. 3 balls and 2 strikes on Aaron Eggleston. As Jared Lansford tries to work a 1-2-3 inning. Ducks pitchers have not allowed a run since the 5th inning. And this one is taken for ball 4 and a check swing. They appeal the 3rd. Alan Barnfield says he did not go around. So a walk to Eggleston. And that is walk number 8 allowed by Ducks pitching tonight. 8 walks and 4 homers. That is not usually going to get the job done.
Corey Aldridge.
So that'll extend the inning. That'll bring up Corey Aldridge. Duck pitchers have 5 strikeouts on the evening. So here is Aldridge to bat from the left side. Jared Lansford is set. First pitch, and Aldridge takes a fastball inside and low for ball 1. Aldridge tonight has struck out, walked and scored, doubled and scored, and struck out. A 1-0 count. And the pitch. That misses outside. And it's now 2-0. So Jared Lansford allows a walk. With 2 out in the inning, now falls behind Aldridge 2-0. Patriots have definitely gotten some damage here in this game with 2 out. And a lot with 2 strikes. 2-0. That one swung on and missed. Good fastball at 88. And the count goes to 2-1 on Aldridge. Corey Smith waiting on deck. Don't want to face him with runners on base. He has already hit 2 home runs tonight. Part of the 4-homer attack by the Patriots. 2-1 is low again from Jared. And now 3 balls and 1 strike, and Jared Lansford all of a sudden has had trouble finding the strike zone. Patriots appear to have a right-hander warming down the right field line. Not sure if that is their closer, John Hunton, that is warming. Appears so. It does look like John Hunton. Here's the pitch. It's fouled off. Count 3-2. In an 8-5 game, he would try to earn the save. Patriots entering tonight 2.5 games behind the Sugarland Skeeters in the Freedom Division standings, so the Patriots would need to win all 3 games, and Sugarland would need to lose all 3 games for the Patriots to have a shot at the second half Freedom Division title. 3-2, runner goes, pitch is taken for ball 4, didn't miss by much. So Jared Lansford has now walked back-to-back hitters. And now up to the plate will step Corey Smith with 2 on and 2 out, and that is now 9 walks allowed by Ducks pitching tonight.
Designated hitter Corey Smith.
Kevin Byes just has to be so frustrated in the dugout tonight. He has had to use 6 relievers after Bill Murphy couldn't find the strike zone. He has seen his pitchers walk 9 batters this evening. And a 5-0 lead has been erased by Somerset. As this one is hit well in the air to right field towards the line. Long run for Adam Bailey. Still going over. He's going to have to play it on a hop. It drops in fair. In to score from second is Eggleston. Stopping at third is going to be Aldridge. It's an RBI single down the right field line for Corey Smith. Walks, doing damage to the Ducks again. And the Patriots now lead by 4. It is 9-5. So 3 straight have reached with 2 outs, including 2 on walks. Gives Smith his 4th RBI of the game and his 3rd hit. He's been on base 4 of the 5 times he's come up to bat. And now Jeff Baisley will have another opportunity. 2 quick outs on 2 nice defensive plays, but walks to Eggleston and Aldridge, both of which had 2 strikes on them. And a first pitch bloop single down the right field line. First pitch to Baisley. He takes low and outside for ball 1. Right now, Byes doesn't want to go to his bullpen for anybody else. The only 2 he's got left are Leo Rosales and Josh Strawn. Strawn unavailable tonight, so really only Rosales. But he'll be happy to go to Rosales if the Ducks come back and either tie the game or take the lead in the 9th. 1-0. Slowing outside for ball 2. Jared wants new baseball as he cannot find the strike zone now here in the 8th inning. And the most walks the Ducks have allowed in a game this year is 10. April 20th at Sugarland, the 3rd game of the season. Matt Way walked 6 in that game. (2-0). High foul ball over our heads out of play. Count is now 2-1. Murphy walked 4. Zimmerman walked 1. Threets walked 2, and now Jared Lansford has walked 2. They're going to go to extra innings now in Bridgeport, tied at 4. The Ducks are hoping that the River Sharks can find a way to get a victory. 2-1, up and in tight. And the count goes to 3-1 on Baisley, and Lansford 1 more pitch away from walking his 3rd batter of the inning. The Yankees came back to tie the game at 4 in Boston against the Red Sox, but a grand slam by Jared Saltalamacchia has given the Red Sox an 8-4 lead bottom of the 8th inning. Mets did win tonight 4-3 at home over the Marlins. High foul pop-up behind the plate. Castro chasing back towards the screen, and he will make the catch right in front of the screen behind home plate. Baisley tosses the bat and the helmet away in disgust. But a nice grab by Castro ends the inning. So Jared Lansford, the benefit of 3 nice plays, one of which was made by him, but he does give up a run on 1 hit and 2 walks, and he leaves 2 on base. We go to the 9th. Ducks need 4 to tie as they trail 9-5 here on the radio home for Ducks Baseball 103.9 RCN. Yeah, one more. I'm back here at TD Bank Ballpark in Bridgewater, New Jersey, where John Hutton will come on and try and close out this game. It is no longer a save situation because of the Smith RBI single in the top half of this ninth inning that added an insurance run. It is now 9-5 in favor of Somerset. 9 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Patriots. 5 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Ducks. And again, the story tonight, if you're just joining us, Ducks had 2 runs in the first, 3 in the second. They were roughing up David Harden. They had 6 hits after 2 innings, and they looked completely in control of this game. But just like it happened on Tuesday night when the Ducks had a 5-0 lead, their starting pitcher could not get the job done and could not pitch with such a lead, as Bill Murphy gave up 2 runs in the second inning, then walked 2 batters with 1 out in the third. Kevin Bias had seen enough. He had walked 4 in the game to that point. Brought in Bob Zimmerman, who got 1 out on what looked like it was going to be a double play ball, but tough hop prevented Lyons from turning it. And then a 3-run homer with 2 strikes and 2 outs by Jeff Baisley tied the game. Eddie Martinez Esteve hit a leadoff solo homer in the 4th to give Somerset the lead. Corey Smith hit a 2-run homer in the 5th to extend the lead to 3. And now Smith with an RBI single to right has pushed the lead to 4. So the Ducks are going to need a big comeback against their former teammate John Hutton if they want to win this game. First pitch coming to Ryan Strebe, and he'll take a fastball low for ball 1. Hutton is the 3rd reliever of the night. He takes over for Josh Lowy, who is terrific and is in line for the win, since Harden only went 4. And this pitch is inside again. And it's quickly 2-0 on Strebe, who tonight is 0 for 3 with a ground out to second, a fly out to center, and a strikeout swinging. Here's the pitch, and Strebe takes low again. So it's quickly 3-0 on Ryan Strebe. You have to imagine he will take again here with 3 balls and no strikes to try and get a runner on. Ducks would have to load the bases to bring the tying run to the plate. And they can do that with Ford and then Barfield. They would certainly be more than happy, but they've got to get Strebe, Binnick, and Lyons on first. One step at a time. And the 3-0 to Strebe is in for a strike. Count 3-1. So 4 innings tonight